Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
Put on your uniform right?
Expert Action Badge.
Show up to work on time.
Expert Action Badge.
Qualify on your weapon.
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
Find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your normal warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Action Badge.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Good morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Oh yeah, baby. Man, we missed it by that much. This is Ice, my golf, and the Spanky. On this edition of Sergeant's Time, this 18 January 2018, broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence. Wow, we almost got shut down. Or did we not get shut down?
Did we get shut down?
No, we didn't get shut down. They just voted it just in. So updated as of 1930, says that the House voted 230 to 197 to keep the government funded for 4 more weeks. But the prospects
I got another retirement check.
But the prospects of a shutdown still hinge on the Senate. Federal funding will lapse at midnight Friday if Republican leaders can't secure 60 votes to pass the measure in the Senate, where some GOP lawmakers plan on voting against it, and a Democratic support is uncertain without an immigration deal. Now, for us in uniforms and stuff, that means all personnel at TDY.
You work for free.
Yeah, all personnel at TDY must come home. That means all PME trips or anything on a 1610 ends. Folks in ALC or SLC have to go home. All civilians are home, and all of our pay stops, unless there is an addendum for the military. Of course. Once again, why is it that when it comes to voting, and what does this have to do with Sergeant's Time? Nation has everything to do with Sergeant's Time. Why is it every time when it comes to voting for everything, veterans in the military like at the bottom? Shouldn't that be like the top end staple before you do anything else? Like before you start talking about female genital mutilation or transgender bullshit, or what else? Some other bullshit that's kind of like not having to do with the military or the veterans or anything that has to do with our government as far as the DOD is concerned. I'm a little selfish. I mean, I go figure a few decades in the military, right? You kind of feel a little partial to, I don't know, you want yours. Because, kind of like whatever. Hey, I don't know.
Because I earned it, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, let's not go there because, that earned it stuff, thank you for your service. That should be good enough type. That's where people are starting to go when it comes to vets. So the whole point being is that if you kind of look at the whole situation, why isn't that our elected leaders have not put that should have been like in the forefront. It's almost like a checklist, like the low-hanging fruit. I'm speaking Buzz speak because I've been hanging out with some people that deal with stuff like that. So, yeah.
Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, low-hanging fruit. You know, that's like a freaking.
It's the division of our country continues. The divisiveness in politics that is bleeding over into everyday life continues.
Well, yeah, I mean, because most of it is my point being is that they look at their own. They're looking at themselves. Is what it is. They're not looking at anything else. So they're going to sit there and say, "Oh, well, we got to fund this and we got to fund that. We got to fund this and we got to fund that. We got to fund this. We got to fund that. We got to fund this. We got to fund that." And then the VA and the military. Yeah. But the VA and the military are kind of like on the ground. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But you know we can't have that.
We have to fund sanctuary states.
Oh, don't get me started on that, dudes. Oh,
but not the military.
Oh,
who?
Oh,
who are they?
Yeah, exactly. So it stands right now. FOMO weeks.
I get at least one more retirement check.
Well, yeah. I mean, and then by then, what? Next year?
I'm not going back to Dollar General, bro. I'm not doing it.
But dude, you gotta wear a kit when you go there, man. You fucking get shot.
No kidding.
So, but hey, so whatever happened with that, anyways?
So what happened was it was a road rage incident that started in Columbus, Georgia. The guy that they just arrested for it was driving along, said that there was a teenager or a car full of teenagers that was taunting him on the state roads. It's like 28 miles from Columbus to Fort Mitchell where the shooting took place. So instead of calling, and they had to pass the Russell County Sheriff's Department on their way, which everybody is like, what? Why didn't you call 911? Why didn't you stop at the Sheriff's Department? What? No, the first people that he called were his buddies and family that live in Fort Mitchell. Well, apparently the teenagers called ahead to their homies up there as well, to include one Mr. Freeman. When they got to Fort Mitchell, they stopped at a gas station. I think it was the Zebco across the street from the Dollar General. Mr. Freeman was waving around a shotgun. The dude that was driving the car got out and said, no, please don't shoot. Freeman blasted him with a shotgun, injured him. The guy returned fire, killed Mr. Freeman, who we found out later is a retired master sergeant from the Army.
Goddamn Sarns.
Fucking Sarns.
Fucking Sarns.
Out there with a shotgun.
Fucking around with a shotgun.
It was a road rage incident that turned into a shootout. So the guy that shot and killed Freeman has been arrested and charged with murder. I'm not sure exactly what specific murder charge he's been charged with, but he is in custody and he's going to jail.
So what? Damn. Okay. Well, I mean, none of your fellow former employees and teammates there were injured, right? Everything's good there, right?
Oh no. And this is a great segue into talking about leadership. Let's do that for a second. No, none of the employees at Dollar General were involved. Nobody that I knew was involved. Nobody was injured. But the issue that I had with Dollar General that forced me to quit, let's do a hypothetical here, shall we?
Oh, I speak hypothetical. Go for it.
You're a sergeant major, and you find out that there's been a shooting at one of your companies. You're a battalion sergeant major. You find out there's a shooting at one of your companies. What is more important to you, MedPros or the welfare of your soldiers?
I can see where this is going. So let me guess. The Dollar General CSM asked if anybody was wearing a PT belt or had helmets on.
For the most part, yeah. It was more along the lines of, have you done your trips in DA31 and your itinerary, and is your MedPros up to date?
Oh my God. Oh.
That was the equivalent.
I thought the answer was always MedPros.
Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, it's a
forking MedPros first arms.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. It's MedPros. So, well, that sucks, man. Well, I mean, like I said, at least everyone was okay from that end.
Yeah, it was me, a former employee, and my store manager checking on the welfare of our soldiers.
Oh no, we
basically.
know because you were on air and you were shooting the shit about something. And you're like, Ice, I gotta go. There's like literally gotta go, choo choo, and next thing you know you're gone.
Yeah,
I heard sirens in the background. I'm like, what
people
the
are
fuck?
people are shooting at Dollar General.
People are shooting at Dollar General. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Fucking hey, dude. MedPros is always the answer. That's right. It's Army values. Yeah, it's the new Army values. There's 7. You know what? That's a good point. The new 7 Army values are MedPros. WTF Nation, give us a meme. Yeah,
DTS.
give us a meme. Because you know how the 7 Army values are, it spells leadership. Well, MedPros, spell it out and see what happens. Don't forget DTMS, see what happens. But don't take your time reading it. Give it to us pretty quick. We want to see some memes. What's up, man?
Hey, Tyler, did you get your poster?
Oh, yeah. Tyler, did you get your shit? You get your loot?
You should have got it on Tuesday. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we don't want to stalk you and shit, man.
Yeah, well, now we got to wait for
we got it for a little bit of a delay.
Chat to catch up.
The chats to catch up and shit. Well, like I said, man, that's the new thing. It's all the MedPro stuff. So if you'd like to send us some memes, please. What does MedPros mean? Because just like the leadership acronym is the 7 Army values. Well, come on, E4 Mafia, let's get creative. What does MedPro stand for? Be more than happy to throw the memes up. That would be some funny ass shit. I don't know what medics means. I guess exactly, medic. It happened before. Never seemed to last that long. What lasts that long? What are you guys talking about?
What's happened before?
Yeah,
What?
exactly. Dave's talking about something else. Yeah. So again, if individuals that are currently now, if you're a contractor, that money's already been paid out, so your ass is going to work.
Yeah, you got to earn the money you've already been paid.
Yeah, you've already been paid.
Or your company's already.
Your company's already. Yeah, your company's already paid it, and it's now time for you to go ahead and do it. So don't ever think that if you're a contractor in the contracting world, although you make some good contracting money, that you just like, oh, okay, cool. You just won't be able to get any of the answers from your government leads, because contractors, of course, can't make any government decisions because they're on a government. Unless, I don't know, depends on what organizations you're at. There's some organizations that let their fucking contractors go off the chain and tell soldiers what to fucking do. And those are the contractors I can't fucking stand. What's that?
KBR.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wrong. That's not how it works. That's not how it works at all when it comes to contracting. But anyways, and then if you're a GS, you go to GS, then you're done. Then you're just kind of like staying at home or some shit. You're not. I mean, unless you're third eye DGS, then you get to do whatever the fuck you want. Yes, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it. You guys want me to drop it? I'll drop it.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
My name Jose. Jose.
Oh man, you guys know what's going on with Jose? You guys see what that story that's going on with the third ID? Or did I just blow your earballs out?
Oh, yeah, just a little bit. But no, I did with this, one crazy lady that seems to be in control of everything that has to do with their DTS.
Everything.
Oh
that
my
has
God, that's a bad word.
Yeah, DTS is like a new bad word. It's
yeah,
like,
I have a few, but that's one that brings back bad memories.
It does, doesn't it?
Probably because of somebody like her.
Oh snap! You talking about Polly Williams, right?
Yes,
yeah.
that lady.
That lady. From what I've heard and from what we've had experience on the WTF Nation staff, there are individuals that have dealt with her years ago, as in the 10 years ago of, hey, I was dealing with the DTS and that individual's name kept coming up. So it was one of those things where like, damn, holy crap. So apparently, if you guys aren't tracking this, and Jose blasted some stories out, he did a 2-parter. And basically what it is that the DTS situation from Hurricane Irma's evacuation hadn't been handled. So Jose went and is still, and actually he's still down in Stewart. He fucking snow. He got stuck.
The government shutdown's not going to help either.
Yeah, exactly. So I think. Well, I know Jose. Once he's mission complete, what he does is he sits around his social media platforms and starts dicking with everybody and starts trolling people in his hotel room in his slippers and shit, and we'll fucking hang out. And so, yeah, if you guys caught the Jose stories, it's pretty freaking epic. Epic as in epic fail. And if you go on WTF Nation, U.S. Army WTFmoments.com, you'll be able to see the DTS fiasco going on. That's pretty fucking insane, dude. Pretty fucking insane. I couldn't even believe that. The process. Let's put it this way: if we had our show, the format of the show would not even be able to cover the entire 2-part story that Jose discussed about the DTS situation and TDYs. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
you have a single point of failure is what it boils down to.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, ugh, dude. Yeah, unfucking real. So yeah, catch it, catch the story. U.S. Army WTF moments and all that. So I guess now that we know that I gotta fucking go to work tomorrow. Damn. I like the finger point that's happening. The finger point that's happening right now is fucking awesome. Everybody's blaming everybody, even though it's nobody's fault, but everybody's fault. If that makes any sense. I mean, everyone's saying that the Republicans are hoping for 60 votes. What the fuck, dude? You don't want this to happen? Why are you hoping for 60 votes when all of you were fucking pushing for it? You would have thought that would have been a better deal to do it that way, but no. Could you imagine the having to rally up? You all were talking shit about this. You all were going off about this. I bet you, and I know this is gonna fucking make everybody flip the fuck out, but I'm in a fighting mood. Imagine what would happen if Hillary was involved in this. Do you think they would have passed? Do you think it'd have been no issues? Do you think there would have been some serious obstructioning going on? I mean, no pun intended, but do you think there would have been some obstructioning going on?
Yes. I don't think the commander-in-chief has much pull as to whether or not the debt ceiling is raised or the budget is approved. They did the same thing when Obama was president during the Obama administration.
Correct.
Back in, what was it, 2013, 14?
Yeah, there were 13. Yeah, it was 13. Yeah.
Yeah. So the party that the commander-in-chief belongs to doesn't have much bearing on it. It's still a bunch of infighting between the parties. Period.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Correct. Yeah.
It's the divisiveness that is the two-party system.
God, I mean, I don't want to sounds kind of fucked up to say that there needs to be either another system involved or needs to have another system involved.
Put them on lockdown and don't let them out until they fix it.
You know what I was about to say, dude?
And going back to what Ice was saying at the beginning, at the top of the show, military being at the bottom of the agenda, Congress and their pay, they're at the top. We can shut government down. We're still going to get paid. Actually, you know what? We're just going to take vacation.
Yeah, and that's a good idea. Spanks, that's a good point. You should lock down you should lock them down like how they lock soldiers down for a sensitive item.
Exactly.
Your hands across the Capitol.
Yep. Or lock them down like they do the guys that elect a pope.
Oh yeah, a conclave.
Oh yeah, exactly. Have a conclave. Yes. They wouldn't even fucking,
Black smoke, we haven't passed the budget. White smoke, we're good.
We're good, yeah, exactly. But it's been almost 72 hours. What are they doing in there? They're trying to fucking revive some fucking old fuckers that are getting defibbed. And that's another thing too. They probably are would have to get defibbed or something like that if they're in there that long.
We can let a medic go in and out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll take care of that.
That's what I'm fucking saying. The amount of fucking horseshit that's going in there with that, God.
I bet they done fuck themselves real quick and pass a budget.
Well, yeah, exactly that. I mean, they're moving at the speed of 3ID.
Oh, there you go. Send Miss Williams in there to unfuck the budget. Now we're all screwed.
Yes, don't send Miss Williams in there.
Yeah. No, just disapprove. You're not funding. You're not funding that.
Paulie Williams would be like, no, that's disapproved, but you're not authorized to do it. That's still disapproved, but you're not authorized to do that. It's disapproved.
I didn't approve it.
I didn't approve it. And matter of fact, you need to print your vouchers out. Matter of fact, print them all out on paper. Don't use any electronic forms of no. And then everyone would walk away because they wouldn't know what to do. Okay.
Right.
I guess she's...
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Guess she's in charge.
Can you imagine what would happen if she worked for Major General Kurilla?
Oh, dude. Man, I mean, that right there. Hey, somebody do a meme of that fucking sloth dude on Zootopia, and that's third ID DTS.
If Miss Williams worked for Major General Kurilla, that's like the epitome of an unstoppable force and an immovable object.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, I mean, would she zonk or not zonk? The 80 seconds probably going, thank God Third ID is taking some flack off of us right now. They're like,
where's Colonel Admiral?
Yeah.
He's got to be happy.
Colonel Admiral. Well, Colonel Admiral, he after he left command of 3rd SCR, I think he went somewhere else. I think he's going to be we'll find out. We'll never know. Damn, that was quick.
He'll show up somewhere else.
Damn, I got just got it in right now. Who sent that? Who sent that in the chat? I got the acronym for MedPros. What does it mean?
That's Pook.
Oh shit.
Who did it? Who did that? Are you claiming that, Pooks? Is that you? Who posted that right there? So you guys know what I mean, right? How the 7 Army values, the loyalty, duty, respect, they're all fucking spelled out to this thing called leadership, right? Without the the fucking EA, it's just LDR and then ship. So somebody fucking sent something in, and I'm trying to find out who's getting credit for it. So that way, I don't know, we might get another fucking poster delivered to them. So it was the meme was maintenance, evaluations, dental, PT belt, range quotas, OER bullets, and safety briefings. That is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, he did that one himself.
Yeah, that's him. Oh God, God dang it, dude! Come on, man. What else? It's good on you. Go ahead. I'd post that on the page. Post on the page. Post it. This is what MedPro stands for. That's the new axiom of our fucking time now. Is that we're having to be labeled by SSDs, MedPros, trips. What's the other one? Leak packets.
And then tag all the major commands in it.
Exactly. Send that to the main page. I'm pretty sure Jose will pick it up. He's been memeing the fuck out of everybody. He's been destroying fucking Third ID. Oh my God, I don't have a Twitter account, so I just watch.
But Third ID is firing back. It's great, and they're actively engaged. They're still actively engaged.
Are they still actively engaged? Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I mean they were responding to. I think it was on the main page. They were responding to soldiers that were criticizing them.
Yeah, but they were saying bring it on to the main page. To Jose.
Yeah, they brought it on themselves.
Be careful, dudes, when you say that shit. Don't just sit there and say you can go ahead and get fucking Jose and go against him. So yeah, so that's what's going on. Okay, so I want to kind of get back on track with Sergeant's time today. I'm just kind of looking at the news right quick about the government shutdown. So 4 more weeks. So again, fingers crossed that we got more money. And if we don't have no money, then I guess we don't have any money. And that's it.
We just got a post-dated check.
Yeah, we just got to put. Yeah, exactly. Just go ahead and go to. Just go to sleep or something like that. So, who is this talking with Ice? I am talking with you. It's Mike Golf. You know who Mike Golf is?
Mike Golf. I've been here for a minute.
Yep, been here for a few. So real quick, look, and this story right here is gonna get funny. Somebody. Look, again, there are certain needs that veterans have and veterans require. Got it, right? Everyone knows that some things that veterans have to have, i.e. any type of therapy, therapeutic, medicinal, I support it 1%. But there's a limit to that when it comes to like individuals in a wheelchair or individuals that need. In other words, you can't expect a company or anything to be facilitated just because you're in a wheelchair for an accessing to a room. So Don't get mad if there's not a wheelchair ramp for a rock climbing venue if you are, paralyzed from the neck down. Don't get the ass about that. If you're not going to climb a fucking rock because you're Stephen Hawking, then you can't. Don't get the ass. Just don't get pissed. Don't get frustrated. So there's a story right now coming out of fucking Colorado, and there was somebody decided to bring in, wanted to have a therapy dog, and let me just read the story to you because it's kind of like ugh. So this is a case closely watched by the ski resort industry, and the Colorado Civil Rights Commission was dismissed a woman's complaint at the Winter Park ski area. I don't know anything about Colorado, so I don't know where that's at, which did not allow her service dog to ride a chairlift to the top of the mountain. Carrie Ann Grayson, a Grand County volunteer ski patroller and former U.S. Army captain who served in Iraq, filed a formal disability complaint against the resort last fall, arguing that the resort should allow her service dog, Guinness, to ride in the chairlift with her. It was the first complaint of its kind in the history of the ski resort industry. Aubrey Ellis, the director of the Colorado Civil Rights Division, ruled against it, saying there's no evidence or adverse treatment or discrimination when a ski area last year denied her service dog to the chairlift for safety reasons. So the evidence suggests that there's a legitimate non-discriminatory reason because animals are just not permitted on chairlifts, period. Namely, allowing an unrestrained animal to ride on an open chairlift, which can be suspended over the ground from 30 feet, poses a threat to the service dog, skiers, staff, rescuer who might be having to rescue the animal from the chairlift. That's obviously the ruling that continues as a 10-page ruling. The evidence does not suggest that Grayson requires such an accommodation. However, she got pissed off. She says she wants to appeal. The Department of Justice allows some businesses to deny service animals, usually dogs, for legitimate safety requirements that must be based on actual risks. Taking your dog up there. Now, Guinness is not a fucking small dog. It's one of them big poodle dogs. You ever seen big poodles that are like greyhounds and shit? Big wolfhounds or something like that? The big dogs.
So the safety issue here is airdropping a 30-pound German Shepherd or a 60-pound German Shepherd from 30 feet.
Correct.
On unsuspecting skiers below.
Correct. Now, and she has said that she's confident that the dog could ride with Guinness. She could ride with him. Because the dog has completed 200 hours of service training to help her with her mobility issues.
My question is, how many of those hours were dedicated to,
sitting in
hikes with the dog?
Sitting in a chair, sitting in an open ski thing? I mean...
Yeah.
So the only way the park could not get away with not allowing the service dog on the train is if they could allow that some time with the director. So this is now getting back to, is it kind of ridiculous? Like, what if somebody's a skydiver and wants to tandem jump his service dog because he feels that he needs to, and the instructors don't want to accommodate him with his tandem dog? I mean...
Well, then he's just an asshole for doing that to his dog.
But that's what I'm saying. Everyone's going, oh, he's fucking... Because, again, anytime you ask a question about vets, the entire veteran community comes screeching down, like motherfuckers burning their uniforms, flipping the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because they fucking, something happened in life. They decided to treat all veterans the same. When you ask a question, you watch the movie you watch the TV show Star Trek. Well, that one movie, Star Trek, what was it? Star Trek. Which one was it? They were going to go fly to Eden. They were all going to go to fucking Eden, meet God, right? And then everyone's like, the starship. Yeah. They meet God, and this God says, this starship. What do you mean, the starship? This starship will take me and my knowledge and all this other stuff throughout the entire universe. And then Kirk goes, what? Excuse me, what does God need with the starship? What do you mean? Well, don't you know? Aren't you God? Don't you know who I am?
Aren't you omnipotent?
Yeah, exactly.
And omnipresent?
Yeah, exactly. That's when fucking Bones goes, Jim, what are you doing? You just don't go up to the Almighty and ask for his ID, So that's the same thing. Don't get so fucking ridiculous about this shit. It is to the point now where now everything seems to cause that. Now go look, cataclysmic. If you need your dog to go up in something that's unsafe, then maybe you should not do that activity anymore. There are things that I would love to do again. I can't physically anymore due to injuries and stuff like that I can't do. I'm not going to get the ass and get a therapy dog and demand that I jump Halo fucking 30,000 feet with my fucking Halo with my therapy dog. Hey, you see my dog Pepe? He's coming with me.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's but Pepe is coming. You know what I mean? Leave my little Chihuahua alone. He could fit in my cargo pocket. He'll be all right. So,
oh my God.
so
just because I was curious, I'm sorry. I read, because everybody says, they must be allowed to accompany people with disabilities in all areas of the facility where public is normally allowed to go, right?
Yeah.
But there's this other key word right before that everybody kind of forgets. It says generally must allow.
Generally.
Right.
Generally.
And they forget that part. And I guess that's safety issue.
It is. I mean, think about it, because
the must allow.
Because what happens when the dog? And because think about it, a dog is a dog no matter what. I don't care if the dog's been through 200 hours of training or 2,000 hours of training. The dog's gonna be 30, 40 feet up the air, and something's gonna happen, or she forgets to tether the dog correctly, or something to that effect. The company,
squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. And the dog goes, and jumps, and falls.
Airborne.
Yeah, exactly. Done doggy. So what happens then?
And then lands on Timmy skiing the bunny hill.
Yeah, exactly. You land on me and Baby Eyes hitting the slopes.
Exactly. And those actually are ADA rules for actual service dogs, not ESAs or support animals or but actual service dogs. Which, that shit.
Now,
it's been brought up in chat too.
Exactly.
Like, that's getting out of hand.
It is. Well, if you want to pick Pepper out of Fly Ship, it's actually the use of facility, not the use of its services, if that makes any sense. Like, its entrance to a facility. Like, you can go in and eat, but would you feed your dog chocolate? Even though they serve chocolate there? Exactly. The same thing. Kick the dog. So what's going to happen? So what happened? Wait a minute. If she goes up the lift, what the fuck's the dog doing? Does it ski down too?
That was my next question.
What is the dog doing? The dog's
you better have some dog skis.
Yeah.
Because if that dog's running after you while you're skiing, that dog can run after you while you're riding up.
Yeah, exactly. Then what?
Here's your cake and eat it too.
Yeah. Chocolate. Because of dogs. No, don't get me wrong. I am an animal. I love animals. Don't get me wrong. I don't see specific. That's yeah, exactly, Tyler. What happens if you have a smaller dog, like you do have, like, a little Chihuahua or something like that, and a fucking hawk comes by and gets it, and you're attached to it, and that thing's trying to fly away from you, and then you swat at the goddamn hawk or eagle or something, and then what? You get a federal crime for not letting the eagle do its natural thing.
After you've fallen off the chairlift swatting at the eagle,
correct,
a protected animal,
yeah,
and you fall on Timmy skiing down the bunny hill.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're you got this goddamn bald eagle tethered to your dog, or actually talons dug deep into your dog, trying to fly it the fuck away, and you're fighting with it. Come back with my dog. Again, just because go ahead.
An eagle has eaten your dog. You've lost your service dog. You've committed a federal offense by trying to attack a bald eagle, and you're in the hospital with 2 broken legs, and you killed Timmy skiing on the bunny hill. Congratulations, your lawsuit won.
Yeah. Exactly. No. When I'm talking about, I'm not saying I wouldn't say I'm an animal lover, but I'm more of that I don't fuck with animals if they don't fuck with me type shit. You know what I mean? It's like a mutual respect. It's almost like, fucking like streetwise street respect. Don't fuck with me and I won't fuck with you. If I'm not like my kids that they see, flora and fauna, I want to go touch it and grab it, and Baby Ice is eating spiders and shit. It's not like that. It's friggin' it's just, if it's an animal, it's like, oh, it's cool, it's awesome, whatever. But I'm not going to set cats on fire or stable them to your front door if I'm pissed off at you or something like that. That's just I just don't. That's not me. I'm not that way at all. However, I'm not a cat person. I'm not a bird person. I'm not a fucking turtle. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. I'm not going to fuck with an animal. So why would you then endanger the animal even more? What about the animal? Have you talked to the dog and asked what it wants to do? What if it doesn't want to go up there? You're right. You're right about that.
Does your dog have a fear of heights?
Exactly that. What would it do? Yeah, the dog's going to freak out. How does she know? Did the 200 hours of specific training that she said the dog had any ski chair lift? Did it go through some sort of jump tower training, or rappel tower training? Did it go to the Victory Tower to fucking rappel down? Wings of
Well,
Destiny
there
bullshit.
is a special service animal class here at Airborne School.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So what do you do to it? So to me, and like said in the Facebook live chat, I think it's going out of fucking control. It's getting out of hand now. It's like an animal hoarder saying that they're an expert in animals, but they got 30 fucking cats in the living room, 50 fucking dogs in crates outside, and they got birds flying everywhere in the kitchen.
And only one litter box.
Yeah, exactly. It's getting too much. It is getting too fucking much. Let's stop. Let's be fucking real about this stuff, because what's going to end up happening is that it's going to get so far out of control that the next thing you know, motherfuckers are going to be wanting to marry him and shit.
Oh.
There's going to be
that's
some.
The next step,
there's going to be some. I'm telling you, man, it's going down that path. Motherfuckers are already saying, guys are already buying machines to replace women because they don't know what to fucking do with them anymore. So they just program. They have these new robots now. I mean, totally off subject here. They have these new programmable fucking sex bots that program, and the guys are programming them like women in the 50s. Because they just
Stepford Wives.
Yeah, they just want to get fucked with. Now they know what to fucking do. And what happened to chivalry? It's pretty fucking pretty easy to fucking figure where it went to.
That's fine. That's more for the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly. So
I got it.
So the dog. So anyways, so the freaking the hell. So the dog is obviously, there's a picture of it, and it's just a dog sitting in a goddamn bench. So I'm not gonna fucking throw it up on Facebook Live. It's something that big, but it's a dog sitting secured in a bench like a damn like a damn ride. And so it's only been doing it one time. Like I said, you want to impress me? If the dog can be like Air Bud and fucking start doing snowboard flips and all that stuff, I'm impressed. Okay, I could kind of see that if your dog's been sitting there like that. But no company could you imagine now would have to have happen if the dog gets hurt? She's gonna sue the fuckers for what? The guys didn't react fast enough to get my dog to the right aid. The dog,
or there weren't the correct safety measures to keep the dog restrained on the lift.
Correct. You did not do anything. You did not provide. Well, I'm sorry that the whole fucking thing is to ensure that you, not the dog, has fucking rights to come on here. And again, it's going down that path where motherfuckers are starting to use that for everything. Again, I am not at all saying that guys and gals don't need those types of assistance. I'm not saying they don't need that, but there's got to be a point where if you're doing something.
So,
go ahead.
I have a question. Speaking of needing assistance from a dog, right? And I totally get it. You're absolutely correct. There are some things that you need a dog to assist you with. What part of skiing requires a service animal?
That's what I'm saying. Air Bud. Fucking hey, let's do it. I'm gonna see it. And see what happens.
Is the dog gonna run beside you and prevent you from smacking into a tree? Is he gonna tell you when to do pizza and French fries all the way down the mountain?
Is the dog gonna ski next to you? Is the dog gonna be running behind you? Or is the dog pulling you down the hill? Is the dog doing? That's another question too.
What service is this dog performing on the way down that requires you to have the dog on the ski lift on the way up to begin with?
Exactly. And what do you need to do if the dog needs help? So yeah. What do you do? Do you freaking? Nah, it's way. You're right, Tracy. It's way too much liability. Too much liability for this shit.
Doc, is the dog properly cold weather trained?
Yeah. Did it go through its proper?
Is it a husky?
Did it go through SSDs? So it's not, again, not a matter of...
Has it done a composite risk management?
Yeah, so it's not a diss on anybody who needs the services. I am not talking about that. I'm not even going down that route. What I'm talking about is the common sense factor of it, because now it's getting out of control, where now you're going to have guys on the fucking internet posting, screaming and clucking in the fucking car, going, this guy didn't do anything, and I'm a vet. Oh, God damn, dude. It's starting to get annoying. Yeah,
just because you're a vet is not going to save you from the detrimental effects of taking the Tide Pod challenge, idiot.
was about to say, what the fuck is up with that? God damn, dude. These Tide Pod shit.
Sorry, didn't mean
Jesus Christ.
Oh, the funniest thing, not to get sidetracked off this service dog thing, but the funniest thing I've seen lately, pizza rolls are just spaghetti flavored Tide Pods.
Yeah. Everyone is literally going nuts, and I don't understand. What I want to know is that the origin of it, like every origin, like the fucking finger game, that came back. I want to break the fingers of the motherfuckers that are bringing back the finger game. The Tide Pod. I want to know who Patient Zero was. I want to know who the fucks are, like the Pokemon Go bullshit, or this goddamn Uganda Moose Knuckles. Show me the way, cause when that type shit. Show me the way, cause my little one goes, Dad, you were in Africa, right? Yeah, I was. And then she started doing the Uganda fucking Moose Knuckles shit, and I fucking about lit. I fucking went the fuck off, and I'm like, where did you hear this from? Where did you get? I'd have never seen you talk about this shit, and all of a sudden you come in here with I do not believe this. Dad, you hear about these Uganda Moose Knuckles? I'll show you the way. I'm like, what the fuck you talk? What? So everyone else, Patient Zero, I want to find you. You need to have your head bolted to a wall, because that
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I do not believe this. So yeah, or paintballs. Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, you're right, Elvis. Hey, what's up with that? I think paintballs. Have you heard about the paintball challenge?
No.
I should start
Jesus,
something up. I'll get in
what?
trouble. No, I'm just saying. I'm just joking. We should start the paintball challenge. Like, you have to get OC paintballs. You know, the paintballs that the cops use for non-lethal, the OC ones, the pepper spray paintballs. You have to inhale them.
Yeah.
And you have to, like, inhale and then spit it out your mouth. That's the new. That's
Oh,
the new.
smoke them. Put them in your vape pen.
Yeah. That'll work. Yeah, so that's the new one. That's
Put the Put the liquid inside on the paintball, the paint from the paintballs in your vape pen and smoke it.
Yeah, exactly. What's going on, guys, in the Mixer chat?
There's a challenge for you.
Exactly. How y'all doing? Anyway, I forgot to say hi. So hi, Mixer chat. Hi, YouTube chat. Hi, fucking Facebook Live. How are you guys doing? I forgot to say my highs. Yeah. So again, I don't know where these fads are coming from or what's coming about. But when you have your little one that you know that you've ensured that you've maintained positive control on her intake of the social media world, and all of a sudden she comes back and I don't tell you the way. Oh god, where'd you get this one? So yeah, exactly, Tracy. Just think, the people doing this are the next generation of voters. Yep, exactly. I honestly say just call her.
This is how Oprah becomes president.
Yeah, exactly. They won't even know who the fuck she is. Matter of fact, that's the best part about being old. Motherfuckers don't know who she was back when she was. If they were to watch her,
The color purple.
You know what I'm saying? If they were to watch Oprah now, as opposed to how she is, because now they see her all elegant and all that. They need to have her when she was in the Oprah Winfrey Show with with Phil Donahue, when she was out of Chicago, and she was just trashing men and talking shit about people and all. And she was just, I love it. She used to go off on motherfuckers, and she even had Trump on her show saying that she wanted to be the VP. Yeah, that's what it pays to be old. I remember all that shit.
I'm looking at my mini right now. Look, if you vote for Oprah, I'm kicking your ass out of the house. You understand me?
Let them vote, bro. Let them vote. The way I see it, let them vote. Let them vote for it. You never know what the fuck's going to happen. Because you never know who's going to be the next person coming in. I guarantee the next person coming in for the Democratic is not going to be. I guarantee it. I want to see what the primary is going to be. It's bad enough.
It's going to be Oprah, Trump, and The Rock.
Ooh, now The Rock, man, I don't know. The Rock has been really good to vets and the military, and he's been. I mean, from what I've seen, and I only met him one time, he's been real common sense. You know what I mean?
Oh God, we can't have common
Can't do
sense.
that then.
No,
Not the executive
no, I'm
branch.
saying, you know what I'm saying, but he just doesn't seem like he doesn't, like, if you watch his shit, he's all about motivating people and all about fucking, all that stuff. He don't give a fuck about anything else but that. Even though he's in like Fast and Furious everywhere. But the thing is that he is like I said, he's generally toward. Now I'm just speaking as somebody who's in the member of the military, and he's seeing him at the USO shows and seeing him when he visits different posts and all that, and then having to meet him one time. He's a big motherfucker, but having to meet him one time, and you're just like, this guy doesn't even see. It seemed like he was just like one of us, like he was just hanging out. He wasn't being all, oh yes, I'm The Rock, so you better. Yeah. I actually think that would be a good runoff in the primaries, or like the debate. Could you imagine the debates? Because then he could just tell Trump, hey, at least, hey, don't
shut
say
your Rudy Poo ass up.
Yeah, shut your Rudy
In
Poo.
this corner.
Yeah, in this corner, yeah, exactly. Who truly weighs 240 pounds? Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Fuck yeah, dude. That'd be awesome.
You can take your immigration policy, roll it up real tight, shine it up nice and pretty, turn it sideways, and cram it straight up your Rudy Poo ass.
It's your Rudy Poo ass. And then Trump would say, "Well, you know, I don't care what you know." You know what? At least I was a WWE wrestler.
The Trumpster and The Rock would be an interesting debate.
Yeah, it would be.
Hillary would be. God.
Oh, dude,
if she runs again, she'd just stand there going, "What? What?"
Dude, she's stroking the fuck out. She's so stroking. They're showing her lately, dude. She doesn't. I think honestly, she was getting juiced by somebody because she's not the same person. She's almost like that old fucking lady that's sitting. Well, it's like me sitting on the fucking porch yelling at motherfuckers to get off my grass. And she's like the old lady.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, she's the old lady that's like right down the porch from me. Get the fuck out.
She's become the Gran Torino of the Democratic Party.
Oh my god, dude! She screams at everybody for no fucking. Like I said, and watching, and it's funny. It's so funny watching everybody turn on her. Oh, it's funny watching everybody turn on each other. That's one thing I love about politics. It's everyone is so fucking supportive about everybody, and then you just open up a YouTube video of someone backstabbing each other. It's so fucking awesome. I love it.
You know what's really great? What I have to give credit to the Democratic Party. They have made it okay and acceptable to say shithole.
Yeah, dude.
On broadcast television.
I want, dude. We need to like get Trump so pissed off before he says something else on TV that it's just mainstream to say fuck.
Yes.
Because it's now it's grab her by the pussy, fucking
yep.
and shithole.
Yep.
That's already acceptable. Hey, have you ever been deployed to Iraq? Have you ever been deployed to the Middle East? Yeah. What do you think about it? It's a shithole.
Shithole. Yeah. What we need is for one of these media briefings to get him so riled up and so pissed off that he just says "fuck you."
Yeah, or "fuck off," "shut the fuck up," or something like that.
Yeah, we're good. That's
yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And then next thing you know, everyone's gonna be like, oh, "He said, get the fuck." Now you know what? I'll be honest with you. And somebody told me just to watch, because then I was just laughing about it. And then somebody who's really involved, that I know is really, really involved in politics, wraps his head around fucking politics every fucking day, eats, sleeps, and breathes fucking politics about everything. And of course, obviously, he's a Trump supporter, so I love poking the bear with him. But he said watch how the reporters talk to him just to ask him a question, and then watch how the other previous administrations, and he would say it has nothing to do if it was Barack Obama or W. You can just totally tell that it was just a different respect. It's almost like he's almost like the guy that like, the seat's taken, you know that the seat belongs to somebody, right? But he's the guy that comes into the seat and just sits there and he's like, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, but you're pretty funny, dude. No, I'm here. Go ahead, ask your questions. You know what I mean? and when he said it like that, I was like, yeah, that's a good fucking point. So does he? And so I was just breaking balls. He works up in the DC area, and I said, so does he really fucking, because the medic? I guess there's a big deal right now. This has everything to do with sergeant's time because it has to do with height and weight. I guess the official presidential doctor is a Navy dude. And he said that the president is in top condition, top health condition, he's good to go. And he goes, and everyone starts asking him, what do you mean is he good? And then no shit, that fucking night, everyone's flipping the fuck out going, and I thought, like I said, I hate everybody. I don't want to say I hate everybody. I just think everybody's a fucking bitch on TV.
People suck.
Yeah, people suck. Everyone's a bitch. Everyone complains about it. There's something about somebody complaining about. People are going to fucking complain about it on TV or at a goddamn award show. Well, somebody said, I'm a girther. Dude, I about fell the fuck out. and they fucking were, I'm like, so I'm like thinking, girther. So that means it's okay to call people fat again, because now everyone is fucking going on. And so what's funny is like there's just like how they said Trump created the birther movement. Now there's the girther movement. So when I go on another date,
Trump created the birther movement.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't create it, but he caused it. I guess you would say he cauterized his place in it, asking about the fucking birth certificate of the previous.
Yeah.
So he was part of that. I just think it's fucking funny because now they created a new word, and so now I just started. So now when I get Ice Wife number 10, I'll say I'm a girther. How much do you weigh? Right. I mean, think about it. It's now it's okay to ask weight, because everyone was like, yeah, right. Sure, you weigh 270 pounds.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh my God, look it up.
So she asked me, does this dress make my ass look fat? And I'm a girther. You tell me.
Exactly that.
Alrighty. I'll let you know how that goes. I'll be homeless by tomorrow.
Oh, man. Exactly. I just think it's funny.
Of course, when you said girther, I was thinking another part of the anatomy, but okay.
Yep.
It was along the lines of, does your dick touch your ass?
Yeah, exactly. So it's really funny because you're right, Al. I'm tired of the politics too, because there's nothing. This is like nothing's happening other than people just bitching at each other. That's the best part.
That's it. That's all it is.
It's all it is. It's just people bitching at each other. So
my opinion is more valid than yours. Their politics summed up right there.
It is, and everything that we've been fighting for, because journalism is supposed to be about what? Finding out the truth and exposing, what the strong is doing against the weak, what the bad is doing against the good. That's what journalism is supposed to be, right? It's not supposed to be one-sided, and then you cut off people's mics if you get butthurt. Oh, dude, it's fucking hilarious. About as hilarious.
You suddenly accidentally lose the feed. Yeah.
Exactly that. It's just like, you're fucking God, dude, stop. Because you're making yourself look like an idiot and adding more material for WTF Nation Radio and US Army WTF moments. We don't care. We'll troll you. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny that people have gotten so wrapped around the politics of it now that it's just fucking funny. Exactly that. You just talk, you come on, have some common ground, and then you walk away and you're done. Now you can't. You have people screaming at you if you disagree or throw some pseudo fact or some bullshit psycho babble crap. And that's another thing too. You got motherfuckers saying that, like somebody saying, you need to take Ice off the air because he's old and he's not there mentally, and he needs to. And he's a girth. I need proof that he meets height and weight. He needs to get Valor fight. Whatever. So whatever you want to fucking throw up there, it just seems like now no one is satisfied with what anybody says. And then again, like I went on my fucking Monday when I was going off on Monday, if you're not gonna, if you don't have anything legit or you have any fucking proof and you're just spreading you're just at this point you're just a bitch spreading fucking rumors, shut the fuck up. Just move the fuck out. Just go on to the next subject. Give me some fucking news.
If all you're doing is sharing Facebook memes, get the fuck out.
Yeah, and you're not providing anything substantive. A friend of mine who works up in that area in DC was telling me that I guess while everyone was talking about the all the news networks were talking about this fucking possible government shutdown. So CNN and everybody else is throwing some stuff out, and Fox News was talking about how Doc McStuffins and Pound Patrol were now leading nobody wants to be an athlete anymore. And the first thing that fucking Fox News throws up, because they want to keep the fire going, they throw up Colin Kaepernick's fucking kids nowadays don't want to be a football player. They want to be a cop or a doctor. Due to shows like Doc McStuffins and Pound Patrol, they want to be like Colin Kaepernick. I'm like, that has nothing to fucking do with this. This has nothing to do with it. Why aren't you guys like all the other channels and focusing on fucking this government shutdown that's about ready to happen? Meanwhile, North Korea's going, oh, Rook, I think it's time for me to give you another false alarm, huh? Oh my God. Welcome to Hawaii's early management system run by the 3rd Infantry Division. Wait, you know, fine. Good night. Anyways, shit, fuck, I'm kind of like chilling right now, and a goddamn an hour's already gone by. Shit, I'm gonna take a break.
No kidding.
Yeah. Fuck. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and then we'll be back.
Hey, I'm kind of hungry. Where are the Tide Pods at?
I was about to say, dude, go ahead and snort some Ajax, dip some Downy Dots, and then we'll be here in a second. We're gonna talk about an interesting story out of the 82nd. Once again, the 82nd. However, this time,
82nd.
Yeah. Don't make sure. Don't don't forget to make sure that you scrub your face with it.
Well, it definitely is all about the visuals, although pretty sure it's illegal.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shots.
Damn. Awesome meme. Thank you.
That was great. It's an actual profile picture of Miss Williams.
That's awesome. I love
Taken from her Facebook page.
Welcome to Marn G8. How can I help you? It's if you guys saw that earlier. Yeah, so you know how once in a while when I get some good memes. I know when Jay Riddy was on his Dan Bilzerian kick on his Saturday Night Savagery show, and I told him I'd operate the meme cannon, and he started saying, "Yeah, send in your memes." Holy shit, we were getting mad memes on the break, so that was awesome.
You know what I want a meme of? if I can request a specific meme, I would like one of Birkback Mountain.
Oh my god, dude! You almost made me spit my drink out, dude. I should have waited for you to say something before you said that. Oh my god, I literally almost had a fucking. Man,
I want a meme of Birkback Mountain.
Birkback Mountain.
Somebody make it happen, please.
Oh man. But someone sending me some PMs. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ding, done. Next.
Oh man. Somebody's like, that's fucking badass. Oh man. Oh, so anyways, so let me move some heat off of 3rd Infantry Division for a second, and actually talk about the 82nd. Pick up your weapon, column. Hey. So the 82nd Airborne just is celebrating. They just celebrated, or they're starting to celebrate. They celebrated their 100th birthday last year, and Fort Bragg is celebrating its 100th birthday this year. So pretty cool, good shit. You know, I'm sorry. Talk shit about all you want about the 82nd until you're not in the 82nd. Then you're just talking shit, if that makes any sense. So I have been affiliated in and around with the 82nd. That's all. Everyone's like, as soon as I say that, everyone's been because everyone thinks I'm a brigade sergeant major in one of the division units. But anyways, that's not true. So here's the deal. There's an NCO that faked his way into the 82nd Airborne and almost got away with it. Now, I don't know too many people that want to go to the 82nd after hearing all the horror stories about the 82nd. They're not a bad unit. I mean, when you talk shit, some of the stuff that you see on there is because of some of the leadership stuff, but all in all, it's a good unit. Jumped in Normandy, yada, yada, yada. Hubba, 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 who do you trust? Of course. So it's not a bad unit, just like there's some units that, everyone is in that take some pride in that are good fucking units. Like the unit you've been in, like the unit I've been in, all the units I've been, that it just happens that just have had some fucking sorry ass fucking units. That means good ass units with some sorry ass leaders, I should say. So this NCO made his way into the 82nd, and this just broke like recently from Army Times. Way to go, Army Times. Good on you.
You actually got one.
They actually got one. I mean, again, it's nothing wrong with that. We are competing peers. Want to get the exclusive, get the story out. Nothing wrong with that. So there's this guy. His name is he's a staff sergeant. His name's Sergeant Stokes. So Sergeant Joshua Stokes had been a squad leader in the 82nd for about a year when he was prepared to transfer to his battalion headquarters in March of 2015. Now, a fellow NCO pointed out that there was something wrong with his records. The Air NCO, for you guys that don't know what an Air NCO, in every airborne or any unit that has to do with aircraft or parachute operations or management of paid parachutist positions, there is an individual that works in the 3 shop that all that individual's job is specifically is to they're part of the division movement section. They're or the 3 shop. Their job is to ensure that all the jumpers' records are good. Their pay is good, that they, their manifest, there's jumps happening. Each units are being assigned their jumps. So anything that has to do with air, that's why they call them the Air NCO. And that's their job, primarily. So part of that in processing to an airborne unit is you have to obviously go through all the staff sections, and you go through your appropriate fucking section to go sign into. G1, you sign in for G1 to start your jump pay. So you get your fucking hazardous duty orders, paying sure that you're in a paid parachutist position. Then you go to the 2 shop to get your shit squared away. Then you go to the 3 shop to give the Air NCO your paid parachutist position orders, your hazardous duty orders, to make sure that you're authorized to perform jump duties, to be able to jump out of an airplane. And if you're a jump master, you have to provide, everything. So it's legit. And then your jump log is open. Just like a flight log, jumps are logged. Every jump that you do is logged. And if you're a jump master or whatever, it counts for proficiency and all sorts of shit. So that's what the Air NCO does. So he's there to make sure that all the records are reconciled. And so that way when they go through an audit, not like Third ID audit, but, just a normal audit, they'll go through just a check. Okay, if this person authorized a jump, yes, he jumps. He's got orders. He's good. He's been jumping. He's been jumping for proficiency, and he's able to get his whopping $150 a month jump. Pretty easy, right? So the Air NCO for Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 501st Parachute Infantry Regiment, PIR, sees a bunch of fucking, airborne graduation certificates all the fucking time. So there was something off about this guy, this Sergeant Stokes. His name wasn't printed in all caps. And so he had a question. Quote, I asked Sergeant Stokes about his orders for his parachutist badge, and he would always tell me that they would have to try to find them. Said the same Air NCO in a sworn statement. So what would end up happening is that the 15-6 that started to unravel this guy's story. He had falsified documents about his service record. A distinction. Because that's what started it. So the Battalion Air NCO, according to a report obtained by the Army Times, called down to Airborne School at Fort Benning, Georgia. Well, just like any other school that the Army has, they have rosters of personnel, that individuals that went through it. So that's why when we have tomorrow's guests, Guardians of the Green Beret, they call to the John F. Kennedy Special Warfare Center in school and say, hey, so-and-so says he's a Green Beret, and he went to this year in this class. Well, they look through the systems, and they go, nope, you ain't shit. It dates back for some time. Same thing with airborne schools. Every badge earning or type of accoutrement that you could be awarded, badge, tabs, or whatever, there's kind of some strict guidelines to that. So
the same thing applies to being an Abrams master gunner.
I was just about to say the same thing. So more than likely, the guy was going through his shit, and then no shit. That's when it'll happen. Does that make sense? I mean, so he went through, called up airborne school, and said, what's the status of this guy's? Shit, he said he graduated in 2000. Did this happen? And they went through and they said, no, he didn't go through there. That didn't look through his number. Staff Sergeant Stokes? Nope. Here's his social security number? Nope. None of the records and none of the manifests at airborne school. As a matter of fact, he's not even enrolled in some of the shit that's there. So the Army Times has withheld the names of other witnesses in the investigation for privacy, which is totally understandable, just like we do. Because, the Army doesn't believe in fucking, airing out, dirty laundry and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why they have, we always want to know the truth. We're not dissing the Army. Sometimes getting dirty laundry out there is fast and quick that we know that the chain of command is doing something about it, right? So,
but this happened in 2015.
No, it gets better. Yes, this is when the trail. This is when the trail of what the fuck started happening. So,
yeah.
So the thing was,
my favorite part was the good conduct medal. I'll wait till you get to that.
Yeah, exactly. So Stokes obviously did not respond to any Facebook messages from the Army Times. So anyways, that call kicked off a battalion-level investigation, and was all said and done, found out that Stokes had not only falsified his airborne certification and his jump log, and for years had been sending false documents to EMPO, awarding himself a Purple Heart and a Good Conduct Medal for a period before he even joined the Army.
When his guidance counselor said it was going to go on his permanent record, he wasn't lying.
Exactly. He's also claimed to have completed sniper school. And he spent 3 years there as an instructor. So, what happens? What do they do when they investigate? Like I just said, they call the school. Hey, this guy go through this fucking school? Sergeant Stokes, you go to the school. Who's this fucking Sergeant Stokes, dude? Never had him as a fucking student. Nope. 6 days into the investigation, he came in for his first interview, and he answered a list of, basic questions. So the investigator said, okay, come back, whatever. But there was just something about the second meeting that when they asked for follow-up, questions, he didn't quite get. So he answered, quote, almost half of the questions on the sworn statement before deciding to stop the interview and request an attorney.
Lawyered up. Because he knew he was wrong.
Exactly that. So in his sworn statement, Stokes denied lying about anything, claiming that he'd worked at sniper school from 2011 to 2012, and he'd gone to jump school in 2002, not 2000, as the suspicious certificate set up. Now, so of course, according to a clerk at Fort Benning, there's no freaking way that the certificate had not been real, even if the name had been printed in all caps. The certificate I sent was dated August 2012, August 2000, which was actually a Saturday. Even if the class graduation was delayed due to the weather, the certificated will always be dated on a Friday on the original graduation date, which is true.
That's like a basic thing you learn in recruiting school. If you're going to falsify documents, have a calendar there with you.
Yeah, exactly. So the one thing that's sure, he did jump with the 82nd. So based on final jump manifest dating back from 8 of August 2014, he proved that he jumped with the unit without being airborne certified. That's what I'm talking about. Give that man
Get the fuck off my plane.
Yeah, give that motherfucker a jump badge. Fuck it.
He earned it. Not the right way, but he earned it.
Yeah. So, and of course, airborne operations are inherently dangerous, and it's critical that all paratroopers on airborne status receive the basic airborne training, said Lieutenant Colonel Joe Bacino, who is the 82nd Airborne's PAO, our favorite PAO. How you doing, man? What remains unknown?
But did he die?
He didn't die. He's good. So what remains unknown is that unexplained to the Army is how Stokes' suspicious record and qualifications remained so undetected by the Army so long. And it wasn't until his airborne certificate being bogus and the paper trail couldn't have added up, due to the fact that, guess what? He changed his name. This gets better. From Ash.
He wasn't even known as Stokes.
He was known as Ash. So his ERB said that he graduated in 2005. His jump log listed 20 jumps, but in a sworn statement, he only said he had 8. So he got to the point where the Defense Military Pay Office told the investigator that Stokes, who had officially joined the Army in May in 2003, never received jump pay. Ever. After sorting out the rest of his fucking airborne career, the investigator turned to the rest of his ERB. Stokes said a different story. He said that he'd gone to airborne school in August 2002, spent 6 months in the California National Guard before going active duty in 2003. The records show that he had been a member of a California Guard unit before coming active duty as a sniper at Fort Drum. This guy's shit's fucking going crazy, dude. I love it.
I'm in the Army, but that's not good enough.
No, it's not. The records show that he had been a member of the California Guard since 2002. And so, meanwhile, his military education record showed completed sniper school in 2005, despite the organization having no record of him attending. He also told the investigator that the completed air assault training at Fort Drum in 2005, but RB said 2003. The first award...
Oh, but wait.
There's more.
There's more.
There's more. The first award on Sergeant Stokes' ERB is a Purple Heart. I did not get a Purple Heart, not once. No, I've never said I got one. However,
son of a bitch.
However, in a unit yearbook photo showing him wearing a Purple Heart on his Army service uniform, in addition to the 82nd Airborne Combat Badge, despite never having deployed with the division. It's not possible. Now, this is a fucking leadership failure here, man. I remember as a first sergeant doing fucking ASU inspections. I knew if soldiers were in my unit what awards they got, and I've been a first sergeant for a while.
Yeah, but if he brings you a copy of his ERB and his ERB is bogus...
Correct, but if I know that the guy had never deployed in the division, you know what I mean? That type of shit. But you're right, that's true. So of course, the investigator said, hey, he was not in the Army at this time, and according to him, he was in high school. Said that he had a good conduct medal that was awarded from periods of January 1992 to 1995. Holy fuck, he's as old as me. This guy, what the fuck is this guy?
He's been in as long as I have.
I'm about to say, dude. After pulling the records for eMilpo, the investigator discovered in one instance 10 records had been added to Stokes' file in one day. That include the Army Commendation Medal, a Good Conduct Medal, a Combat Infantryman's Badge, 2 overseas ribbons, which when contacted the clerk who put that inputted per policy, she only added the awards in the system when she had physical documents to support. More than likely, he was able to provide false documents and put these in his records. So, of course, he's going to get UCMJ. However, HRC confirmed that Stokes has been administratively separated, but cannot elaborate on the type of discharge due to privacy concerns, and they're still trying to figure out what the fuck he is in or out. Could you imagine?
Well, the implications of this go a lot further than UCMJ at this point, because he's out. If he's out, did he get out? Did he falsify his discharge paperwork?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
Anyway,
is he out?
But the implications go further than that, because if he got out and he's claiming disability benefits based on a Purple Heart, he's fucked.
And I was just about ready to say. Now, you as a Purple Heart recipient, what happens? What are some of the benefits, or what are some of the entitlements that you get from?
You're in a whole separate category within the VA system if you're a Purple Heart recipient.
Mm-hmm. So what happens? What happens? Generally, what happens? What's the give me for example, what would he be getting?
It's a lot easier to get through the disability process. You have a VA ID card that has Purple Heart recipient on it, so you're like a priority for service or priority for services that pertain to specific injuries that resulted from you getting a Purple Heart.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the monetary reasons, because if you have a Purple Heart, that means you have combat-related disabilities, which means that
CRSC or
exactly. That was what I was thinking of, the CRSC. You know, like me, for instance, yes, I get disability pay and everything, but none of my disabilities are combat related, so none of it's CRSC.
Mm-hmm.
And that means now you're not only talking about VA money, you're talking about money you should have paid taxes on that he's now not.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so now you're messing with the IRS.
And God help him if he got Purple Heart license plates from the state that he lives in.
That's funny. But we don't know who he is, because he changed his name from Ash to Stokes.
And he's probably changed his name back to Ash.
Exactly that. I'm just kind of out of curiosity. What would you, what would you? Again, I now this is the point where, these are the fucking dudes that ruin it for guys that really need help. Somebody,
right?
You know what I mean? That fucking, somebody brought up, why do I get the ass? Hey, Wendy, what's up? Oh, thank you. You're like you were like, I take that as a compliment, Wendy. I appreciate it. There's been individuals that said that before. This guy sounds like Red Leg. Oh, well, thank you.
Still not Red Leg.
Still not Red Leg. Oh, yeah. Not Red Leg. Wendy, you're a rock star. Thanks. Appreciate it. I'm honored that you would consider me to be named after Red Leg. Anyways, but somebody asked me how come I got the ass about when it came to Stolen Valor, and how come it came to stuff like that, and why what's a big deal? It's not a big deal. Who cares? Well, I look at it like this: is that when someone claims that type of Stolen Valor or that type of entitlement, and like for instance, I know of veterans that were homeless or that became homeless because of a shelter, and this is one story that I this just happened in the past. This is before I became involved in this stuff, and I was stationed at Fort Hood. I known a veteran, and the guy, one of the veteran shelter, there was a veteran shelter. I don't know where at specifically, but it was just somebody that I knew. Guy got out. He was having a hard time. Was going through some shit, and he was about ready to be homeless. And there was a guy inside that homeless shelter that was claiming vet status, and that's one of the stipulations of how this guy's got to stay. Well, come to find out that they found out that the guy wasn't a vet. And so my friend that I knew, that I was in the unit with, and he was getting out, he just didn't plan. He just, people just don't fucking do shit. Right back in the day, there was no fucking, there was nothing they could do for veterans back in the day. Nobody gave a fuck, at least. And this guy almost became homeless and destitute and couldn't move into the shelter. And you know, I couldn't help him out because I got my own family. You know what I mean? I can't just take some dude come and live in my fucking house and shit. That's just, you know, I even told him, dude, I can't do this, man. I mean, I can help you out, but you know, you kind of fucked up on your own. But the guy that was found fake in the homeless shelter took up that slot that my friend could have got into. You know what I mean? That's why I take the stolen valor shit so fucking seriously, or someone claiming to be a vet. It's for that reason right there, is that it could be an entitlement that Mike Goff, you couldn't have got because somebody took your slot because they said they were a Purple Heart recipient when they weren't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
there's all kinds of implications. It's not just a simple matter of, well, here's a nice little piece of bling and colorful ribbon that I get to wear to make myself look more important. There's more. There are benefits and, in some cases, responsibilities that come along with those achievements and that training. I've had a couple people in units, and Jerry Potts in the Facebook live chat said it's not the first time somebody's falsified airborne status. That's true, and it's not the first time. It won't be the last time. But what happens, and what you need to realize, is that me being a tanker, I've had people come into units falsifying their master gunner training.
Oh my God, I know. Go ahead, tell me how that rolls.
and what ends up happening is these guys are put in charge of training and resource management, in charge of certification and qualification of tank crews doing live fire gunnery with a 120 millimeter smoothbore cannon. And if you're not on top of your game and you don't know what the hell you're talking about, you're putting people's lives in danger. One of the things that's required of a master gunner is to remote fire a tank that has had a new cannon installed on it.
Yes, you were telling about that, and you show me a video. You've demonstrating that too.
Yes, and once you fire that cannon, you have to get inside the tank to make sure that the gun return to battery. Look at seals, and there's certain wired nuts that are in there that you have to make sure that are still in place. And if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, you're going to kill somebody. If you're not qualified to jump out of an aircraft, and you're a hanger, one of those guys that get hung up on the side of the aircraft, the parachute doesn't deploy,
we call it a toe jumper. Yeah,
you become a toe jumper. What now, homie?
Yeah.
What do you do now? You haven't been through the training.
Yeah, exactly. You're not a jump master. If you don't know what to do, what are you supposed to do? Exactly that. If you're not airborne qualified, there are specific steps that you have to take if you're a toe jumper, and as a jump master that you must take while you're exiting the aircraft. Thanks, Wendy.
Yeah. See, me being a tanker, I can jump out of an airplane. That's easy. It's everything else that goes along with it, the safety checks and knowing what to do in emergency situations.
Man, just like when we were telling you when I got to go along with the guys, I'm not a tanker, but I was in the 1st Armor Division, and I got to go right out, and I got to sit with one of the guys taking pictures of them doing Table 12 qualification. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I felt I was kind of nervous being in the tank while they were going through a qualification period, taking pics, filming this shit. And I'm thinking, fuck this, dude. I feel like I'm afraid to stick my fingers out. You know what I mean? I'm afraid to, you know what I mean? There's just a lot of shit going on in there. I'm like, fuck, you guys have got, so when someone says, oh, you're just a dat, I'm going to tell you what, man, there's a lot of stuff that involved, and it kind of opened my eyes. And it's one of those things where it opened my eyes to say, that's why I don't diss other MOSs a lot. You know what I mean?
No, you can't. Everybody's got to be a subject matter expert in their own field. They have to know their field craft.
And if you're not going to be, then it's one of those things to where you'll see it. Because just like you, I'm pretty sure you've seen some weak-ass master gunners doing some shit, and you know that, dude, they just don't need to be fucking training. You know what I mean? You just know that there's nothing, just like a jump master. Dude, there's a jump master, dude, there's no fucking way you need to fucking, no.
Yeah, I've had guys that come up to me, hey, Mike Goff, I want to be a master gunner. I want you to sponsor me to go to master gunner school. And then, 24 hours later, I'm kicking them out of the tower because you're full of shit. You don't know what you're doing. don't come back till you're certified to be a vehicle crew evaluator again. You're done. Go away.
I don't see how. Again, there's a lot of checks that are involved, and maybe it's because the guy saw videos or something like that. How Sergeant Stokes had been able to figure his way out through that shit.
I blame S1. S1 failed. I blame S1.
You blame S1?
Excuse me?
Yeah, I knew Spanky was going to respond to that. I knew it.
Hey, I had several MOSs, but still, excuse me? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and in S1's defense, and the S1 clerk that they talked to, she's absolutely correct. The only thing that they require is a document, a physical document that says, hey, I did this.
You're absolutely right, though. I mean, we just need the documentation to put stuff in. Hey, I'm not going back and checking all that. That's not my part.
Mm-hmm.
I can forge a 1059 that says I graduated Master Gunner School.
You absolutely can.
And it will go in my records.
But
till I'm in there, doing a remote fire on a tank or trying to log in a TAMIS to requisition ammunition for gunnery, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and somebody calls a Master Gunner School, nobody's going to know.
Well, that's
right. You can't really blame an S1 clerk just for looking at it. What is it, a DA Form 87, a certificate of training, or, you can't really blame them.
Yeah.
No, 1059 is a school. There's that one. But seriously, you can't blame them. And with that being said, you just go to a school once if you've never, applied it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like as a jump master, I would know who's not a jump master. It's easy to tell. It's like even as a jump master, when you've not pulled duties for a while and you forget, you're like, oh, well, fuck, I forgot, fucking, yeah. And then, hey, Ice, what you doing, man? You forgot about this. Oh, fuck, yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, you forget. But then again, freaking, you don't, you could tell. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like I know for a fact, my golf. If you say, okay, go get the thing set up to do a remote fire tank, and someone would come back and say, hey, I forgot to. You know what I mean? You would tell.
Yeah.
You could tell. I would just see this guy right here going to, hey, go do a buddy rig, or go get your reserve shoot, and go get the. You know what I mean? Maybe he's been in it too much, or maybe he's watched too much, but then again, it's just hard. This guy, this fucking he's got a. It was kind of a. How do I say this without making it sound too fucking exclusionary? It's kind of like when we had Purple Heart, because we have, my unit's been Purple Heart people too. You knew who were Purple Heart guys, and the guys that were in the unit knew what happened to when he got his Purple. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people in there that knew about it. So if I was sporting a Purple Heart, everybody would know what it was for. Everybody saw that. Oh shit, I was fucking when we were this and we were doing that. So it's kind of hard to hide from that. It's kind of hard to let. You know what I mean? There's a lot more than just. I mean, it is this one's fault, anyways. But it's a lot more than that. It's just. But it's a lot more than that too. It's a lot more the fact that, okay, where'd you get it from? Where'd you get your Purple Heart at?
Well, tell me the story.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. It's classified.
Yeah, exactly. Oh well, what about this? What about that? And then
Well, shit, I'll tell you exactly what happened to me. 8:30 in the morning, Route Pluto's PSD. The sergeant major wanted to go get omelets at Taji.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody knows. Like when I experienced several significant emotional events myself, I remember them to the T. Although it may seem like it happened all day, it only happened in 45 minutes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It wasn't something glorious like, we were taking fire and I killed 300 dudes and then a bomb went off and I was driving down the road. We were going to get omelets.
There's something glorious about it. What was that, Spanky?
No, I'm just saying it's just really funny though, but there really are a lot of people, especially like an older generation, like my dad's generation, that won't talk about how they got theirs.
And I think that's a mentality that we admire as this generation of warfighters, the guys that, the tough silent guys, or the tough silent soldiers that came back from World War II and Vietnam, and we want to emulate that. So these guys with stolen valor, Purple Heart, I don't want to talk about it. Well,
Yeah,
quit telling people you got one.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because the epitome of these strong silent types was,
yeah.
That's
a good
I didn't
one
know
too.
Grandpa had a Purple Heart until he died, and I went through his war chest.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That is so fucking true.
I didn't even know my dad went to Vietnam until after I joined the army, and he finally, kind of mentioned it. I was looking at pictures. I'm like, hey, what, and he still won't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know my grandfather was airborne and one of the original instructors here at Fort Benning until he died.
Oh yeah, my biological father was, there at Benning in airborne school. My mom says, "Oh yeah, I was pregnant with you at Benning and listening to them sing cadence and shit." I was like, "Wow,
That's right.
okay."
That's right. Airborne all the way. That's what I'm talking about. If
you're gonna be the strong silent, I don't want to talk about it kind of guy, then don't talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you probably didn't even know they served. That's how much they don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean,
it's not, hey, I got a Purple Heart, look at me, but I don't want to talk about it.
Well, so what happened? Well,
So no shit, there I was with Chris Kyle, and we were covering Pat Tillman, and
exactly.
Shut up.
Exactly. And here comes Ice jumping into Normandy. Motherfucker, what are you talking about, dude? No, it's not what happened. So
no shit, there I was, knee deep in the fields of Koreavietnam.
Yeah, exactly. Koreavietnam. I love
Where?
that. So again, it's just one of those things. That's why I get upset. Not upset, but that's why, I engage with full fire and vigor for when it comes to the Stolen Valor. Just like when we had Anthony from Stolen Valor, when Guardians of Honor, when he came on here.
Yep.
And he was talking about, I was like, the majority of the guys that are claiming the Stolen Valor stuff are what? They're all claiming the really high end shit. No one claimed to be a cook. You know what I mean? There's no Stolen Valor case of somebody being, I was a fucking supply clerk, or I was an S1, or I was a S4. You know what I mean? Whatever. It didn't.
I haven't even heard anybody claiming Stolen Valor for being a tanker. What the hell?
What's up with that, dude?
We at least deserve some market share of Stolen Valor. Come on.
Your Stolen Valor stock in CMF.
They're all snipers.
Yeah, you're all snipers.
Yeah, we're down. Yeah, they're all snipers and special forces and Ranger SEALs.
Yeah, Ranger SEALs, exactly. All within 6 years of service, of course.
I was a sergeant major. How long were you in? 3 years.
Wow, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Even lawyers come in as captains. Oh man, it's fucking hilarious. No, again, it's just one of those things to where, it's a unit thing. A lot of it is the unit. A lot of it is placed upon the unit to get these records straight. Not a lot of it's reconcilable. Is there some things that have fallen off my record before and fuck, I just can't find that document and I went to a school or I got a badge or something like that? Fuck yeah, man, it's happened. I'm not gonna get fucking wrapped around the axle about it. You know what I mean? Fucking, oh well, I guess fuck, I can't find that document. Oh well, when you're done with your service, it's your service. You're done.
So mine, and in again, talking about the ease of which it takes to get documentation through S1. For me, the Korea Defense Service Medal, the KDSM.
Yes.
I was never stationed in Korea, but I meet the criteria to be awarded the KDSM because I was in country for more than 30 consecutive days.
Yeah, you were.
Or 45 cumulative days.
Yeah.
The only thing I had to prove that I was there for 30 consecutive days, or that I was in Korea at all, was an NCOER that said I was part of Full Legal 98.
Oh man, no,
and it was just a bullet. It was a bullet on the NCOER, and they took it.
Yeah, I mean, just one of those things where I kind of look at the fact that had you not, I mean, had the dude not fucking done something so glaringly, you know what I mean? You'd think you just don't throw shit on your ERB and it's just like not being succinct. And I can tell you what, right now, I know Spanky, this probably drives you up the wall. Is when you see ERBs that say incoming personnel, right?
Oh my God, yes, and of course I remove all of those. When people were coming up for boards and stuff, I'm like, let me get all this out of there. Oh God, it's making me nuts because it's a pain in the ass to move that shit out of Emailpo and SIPRs before that.
SIPRs, that's what it was. I remember that. Yeah, it's just one of those things where do you draw it, and it's hard because Now with the advent of technology, though, everything is all inputted via paper. Now a lot of stuff's getting scanned into your OMPF, so you literally don't have to worry about having records anymore. Like if you lose documents or something like that, like I can lose my documents right now, and all I got to do is go on my OMPF and print it out. Now, is it not going to be the same certificate that I got that I was awarded, and I was like, man, I wish I had that fucking certificate. You know what I mean?
No, but at least you have proof now because, it's not back in the days like you had a 2-1 that was on that green card.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm trying to type that shit up.
All my shit's on my shit's on my DD-214. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as whatever. I mean, some of the sentimental value, of course, if you don't have it anymore, it's no big deal.
No, I understand that though.
But
with that being said, a 214 wouldn't even be enough. It's honest to God not enough as a source document for me to put it in EmailPo. And I learned this the hard way because I had a break in service and I was trying to re-update my records and everything because, if you get out and you come back in, it's not all magically reappears. And I couldn't use my 214 as a source document, even though, I had to have all those source documents to get it put on my 214 when I got out.
Yeah.
They couldn't use my 214 as a source document. I had to go dig out all the certificates and everything else from my first term of service to get it updated.
Oh, you know what? So 2 things. It boils down to, make fun of grammar Nazis all you want. The dude got busted because of grammar.
Yeah, exactly.
1. 2, I'm thinking of doing stolen valor myself, ICE.
What do you mean?
I'm thinking about, because I still have a fucking uniform. Or hell, I just go to the PX and buy the multicam.
You could do it. You're authorized to wear uniforms. You're retired.
All I got to do is shave and then go in process somewhere as a platoon sergeant.
Do it at the Maneuver Center of Excellence.
I was thinking about it.
Dude, if you go, kind of like see if you can get away with it.
Yeah, no shit, right?
This kind of like Project Veritas, how they go in and interview, they interview fucking people and stuff like that and catch them in lies and shit. Go in there in uniform and just go say, hey, I lost my ID card. Oh, okay. Well, where's it at?
I'll just go into 181 and go, hey, I'm your new master gunner.
Yeah, exactly. I need to go to S1 to get a new ID card, and they just show up, and then the S1's gonna be like, well, it says right here, retired. Nah, it's gotta be a mistake.
Retired? Dude, that's funny because I'm standing right here. Exactly. I'm not retired.
Exactly. Oh man.
I should do that as a project for WTF Nation.
Yeah, exactly. Start seeing if you can get into units. You're right, Jerry. It's not the first time people have falsified airborne documents.
No.
Some guys that I know that have far less jump time than me, and they are sporting a star with a reef on top of their wings, and I'm like, how'd you do that so fast? How did you do that so fast? You couldn't have possibly jumped that much to do that. You know what I mean? So, anyways.
Yes, it's 281. I'm not sure where they are, but 181 is a training battalion.
Is that the so how does it work with them already? So it's still just a tank unit. It's still just like AIT. It's OSUT. Well, how does it work there now?
Yeah, it's OSUT. They all fall under the 194th Armored Training Brigade on Harmony Church here, Fort Benning. So 181 is all the tankers, the Marine Corps Tanker Detachment, because we train the Marines.
Yep.
The track vehicle mechanics are there, and then over in 515 are all the scouts.
The 515. So they're off in their own little.
They've got their own battalion.
They got their own little San Francisco area over there. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm making a cab joke.
When you cross the rainbow sidewalk, you're in cab country.
you cross the rainbow cattle guards, and when you run over it, the sound on your tires makes it go, hey,
hey.
You go drive over it. Hey, you're in Cav country. How you guys doing? Hey,
Cav country, where the tanker boots go all the way up to your knees.
The real reason why we have straps. Hi.
Oh, hold on! Don't knock the straps.
I'm just bringing them. Oh yeah, because it's right. Y'all wear the straps too. So
yeah.
So my biggest thing is that Why is it that a Cav Scout can wear the bootstraps, and tankers don't get the ass, but they're not tankers? How come they get to wear it? Is it a Cav thing or what?
It's a tanker thing. It's so in accordance with AR 670-1, everybody is authorized to wear tanker boots.
Yes, they are. Everyone is authorized. Correct. I was about ready to say it, but go ahead.
However, the unspoken rule is only the tankers are allowed, not only the tankers, but only the tankers that have qualified gunnery are allowed to wear tanker boots. That is the unwritten and understood rule. Now, there are cooks out there at Yakima that will push the issue and wear tanker boots while they're slopping eggs and end up getting their asses beat behind the dining facility while they're taking out the trash by the E4 Mafia. Not that I heard a rumor.
Of course.
But,
I'd have been that asshole.
and then there's the MedPros first sergeants that come up and go, "What the fuck are those?"
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of an unwritten rule. If you're not a tanker, you're not a gunnery qualified tanker, and you're wearing tanker boots, be prepared to catch hell.
That's what I thought. I thought it was a general rule that you didn't, if you weren't table 12, if you were not qualified, then that's when you don't, even as a tanker, you don't get to wear fucking.
Yeah, it was table 8, and then now with the new gunnery tables, it's table 6.
Table 6
at a minimum. Crew gunnery qualification. But it's not punitive. I mean, AR 670-1 clearly states, these are authorized boots. Period. It's not MOS specific. But if you're a Cav Scout or you're an infantryman, if you're an infantryman wearing tanker boots, you got more to worry about than the tankers finding out. But yeah, if you're a cook or you're S1 or you're an MP wearing tanker boots, be prepared to catch hell. Not punitive, not USCMJ punishable.
Yeah, just gonna get a bunch of shit for it. I was wondering because I saw, when I was in the 1st Armor Division and I saw tankers wearing tanker boots. No big, they're fucking tankers. They're wearing tanker boots. No big deal.
Yeah.
But then when I saw the scouts wearing tanker boots, I would be like,
Those are the people that get turned over to Mikey Everett in Facebook live chat to get waterboarded.
Yeah, it's tank. It's tank.
You want to waterboard somebody, Mike Everett? Then anybody that's not a tanker wearing tanker boots. How's that? Fair game?
Exactly. Fucking tankers.
I can't stop you from doing it, but
exactly.
I'm gonna stop you from doing it.
Yeah, exactly. But again, like I said, I always because I didn't know about it not too much, and I would check it out, and I would be like, and I would drop dimes. I'd be like,
but you're not a tanker.
You're not a tanker, dude. Shut up, man. You're not even a tanker to even talk about tanks. I'm like, okay, I'll just go ahead over here. I'll just move to the side and just fucking sit here and watch you and, get destroyed by, I don't know, the Division Sergeant Major. But, yeah, I was curious about that. Just was wondering what would be a big deal of a tanker. Why is it that tankers, that scouts are wearing tanker boots when they're not tanking, they're not firing anything, so...
your little BB gun doesn't count.
Yeah, pew. So, anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. God damn, dude, we're just
already.
We're just bullshitting around, dude. Yeah, and it's fucking already top of the hour again. Fuck, dude. Shit. It's fucking crazy, man.
Time's going by fast tonight.
It is, man. Time is going fucking quick. So, gonna go to the third segment. Going to do the main page review, which of course is discussing shit that's posted on the main page and what had been happening in the inbox. Of course, we're just pulling stuff, just stories and stuff like that. We don't ever drop dimes on anybody, so don't worry about it. Don't freak out. So let's go ahead and take some shouts, and then we'll be back. So
Stolen Valor shots.
Take your boot shots. Tanks.
Hungry for another taste. the time you waste and your tables overturned. Sooner or later you crash, then you burn. I think I wanna die tomorrow. And are you gonna be with me? Die tomorrow, 'cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. Simple ways come and go. Still I love the way you turn me on. But I just can't find the words, 'cause everything I say sounds so absurd. I think I wanna die tomorrow. Tired of being with me. I think I wanna die tomorrow. 'Cause I'm out of time and I'm out of my mind. But it's so it's so
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
Is there a reason for us to make this thing still stay alive? hand you're closed off mine. To the ones who granted you in. There's got to be another way. We will not embrace this play. It's my place to be a part of the hate and pain that I beg you to eliminate. This destruction and hate, how do you think it came to this? We are not the ones you blame. We did not create this. You hold us responsible. You blindly believe the lies, ignoring the truth. You avert your eyes. There's got to be another way. We will not embrace this play. It's my place to be a part of the hate and pain that I beg you to eliminate. I am the repulsive reality you refuse to accept. I am the weapon until required is safely kept. I am the means to the end you refuse to secure. I am There's got to be another way. We will not embrace this play. It's my place to be a part of the hate and pain that I beg you to
Is that actually a picture of the Antichrist crying? I like it. It's tasty.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Hashtag Me Too Unicorns. So, we're back. Part 3. What? I can't say that? Fucking people getting stupid about this Me Too shit. It's like damn.
Hashtag him too.
Yeah. Exactly. Him too, motherfucker. Oh man, we're back. Third segment. We go through the main page posts and all that, and shoot the shit. So as you can see, the memes made it up on the main page there.
Yeah.
Nice. Welcome to Martin G8. How can I help you? I love it. What's up, Doc Man? That's how you been, man.
Good, man. I'm about to post some more on the meme page.
One
of them's a S1 meme. It's gonna be pretty fucking. I got a good feeling about it.
Awesome. So what's the meme stock looking like right now? Is it good?
Dude, I don't stock anymore.
Oh, you don't? Whoa.
Ran out of space.
Dude. So many terabytes, so many memes, right?
Yeah, it's like the porn of yesterday.
So now you
of yesteryear.
So now you just stream it and just forward it. You don't fucking save them. Yeah, I need to stop doing that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, most of it's in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I need that too. I've been meme farming a lot, and I'm thinking that you're right. It does take a lot of fucking, because most of the memes that are shared by the meme page, or some of the memes are created by the guys and all that. So I mean, it's immortalized forever when you see it on the.
That's what the meme. That's what being a meme meister.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about. It's when you see, like, most of it is Googleable.
Yeah,
right?
Googleable.
Memes are the Bitcoin of the future.
Yeah.
Dude, if that was, I'd be fucking set to buy myself a couple gold toilets already.
Yeah, exactly. With some gold hookers holding them up. No, I'm just curious.
that made me fucking, dude. That made me think of those MS-13 fuckers that tried to cast their testicles or their scrotums in gold.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly where I was going at. Oh man, so let's see what's going on the main page here. Let's look at what's going on in the books. Yeah, it looks like aside from that meme page, we're talking about Jose's story with the big glory. What's a Marn? Oh. Marn. Oh, okay. Everyone's asking, what is a Marn? From that.
It's like a Google, but one that you ask other people about instead of fucking checking yourself.
Talk to Sergeant Major Google. He'll let you know. Marn. That Rock of the Marn. The term the 3rd Infantry Division was never in Fort Stewart, as much as Fort Stewart likes to claim glory to it. It was never assigned there.
They reflagged in '95.
They reflagged
glory.
They were originally
like Glory Hall.
They were originally in Europe. And the unit that was originally the 24th or 23rd.
Yes,
it was the 24th.
The Victory Division.
The Victory Division. It was the Jalapeno, and it was the 24th Infantry Division, and the Jalapeno was there at Stewart, and they were considered the jungle they were like the 25th ID counterpart for CONUS, and its original history, it was in Germany. It was always in Germany, the 3rd Infantry, or the Scramble Television. And it's it's seen history, and it's fucking got World War I, World War II under its belt and all that. So
I was there when 3rd ID arrived at Fort Stewart.
I was
shit. I was there.
No shit. I was there when 3rd ID left Germany.
Nice. So you know the story about breaking Rocky the Marn Bulldog?
Yes, I know all about that stuff. Yes. So, so basically, what it was is that the Rock of the Marn is that the 7th Machine Gun Battalion of the 3rd Infantry Division rushed through Châteaulery, amidst the retreating French troops, and held the Germans back at the Marne River. The surrounding units, of course, retreated, and the 40th and 30th Infantry Regiments, dog defense earned the 3rd Division its nickname, Rock of the Marne. It had nothing to do with a fucking dog and all sorts of stuff. Well, the reason why Rocky was created was because Walt Disney at the time, during World War II, was assigned to the 3rd Infantry Division and characterized his fucking service in 3rd ID and drew up Rocky. He's the only military trademarked cartoon character that is trademarked to the Army and trademarked by Disney. That is the only thing. Not like the Golden Knights bullshit fiasco with the NHL.
Yes.
Dude, it just occurred to me that military history should not be allowed to be taught by anybody other than like a sergeant major. And let me rephrase that. it shouldn't be the, like, professors shouldn't be, oh, I was a fucking general or a colonel. It's like, no, dude. You could teach a class on fucking PowerPoints then, but military history is fucking, that's like NCO shit.
It's supposed to be NCO shit.
The culture, because
it is. You're right.
Who fucking runs the board, dude? The sergeant major.
Well, that's
right?
well, it's not that. Well, not only that, but it's just that's what the sergeant major's, senior NCO's role are supposed to be anyways. They're supposed to be the keeper of the traditions and history and honors of the organization.
Jesus Christ, I had to sing the Marne song at my E5 promotion board.
Well, and that's the thing. It's one of those things that it was not uncommon for units to have NCOs in that division forever and a day that would start off as privates and retire in a division.
As PV8s.
Yeah, exactly, as PV8s. Or as CSMs or division. So like Sergeant Major Thorpe. Sergeant Major Thorpe from the 82nd was a private down in fucking the 82nd, retired as the division sergeant major, or 18th Airborne Corps. But anyways, he stayed at Bragg, and he was at the whole fight. He was in the 82nd. All he knew was eat, sleep, smell, 82nd. The same thing with some of the notable leaders that we've had that stayed mostly in the 1st Armored Division that ended up moving up into to become like Sergeant Major Davenport, all 1st Armored Division.
Yeah, and some of these general officers, you fucking think that they're like born and bred in a test tube at the Pentagon.
Yeah,
and they never fucking leave.
They never leave. Yeah, exactly that. They just pop out of nowhere, and you're like, "Hey, Slick Sleeve, where the fuck you been?" But anyways,
I'm an expert.
So that's the whole history of it. That's what the Rock of the Marne thing. So that's what Marne is. So it's the Marne. So everything's Marne. Just like everybody likes to get carried away with their fucking names and put Marne shit everywhere. And 82nd shit everywhere. 1st Armored, unit likes to do its branding and all that. So everything is Iron this or Marne that. So everything's titled with, just go down to the Marne PX and go into the Marne DFAC and eat some Marne food.
And your major training event is Marne Focus.
Marne Focus, but you're not going to get Marne paid.
And everyone's getting fucking
Marne fucked.
Arrested for crack.
That's right.
You remember that?
That's
shit,
right.
dude?
I remember that shit. This big bad baller dude, fucking Mr. Tony Montana from the Marne drug ring that they had. So that's what happened. And so the third.
That's the Rock of the Marne.
The Rock of the Marne. So activated. Believe it or not, it had its origins in North Carolina. So after it was activated in 21 November, 1917, and that's when it fucking moved out to the Western Front. So we had to study because Third ID when I was there too. Same fucking thing. You had to know the fucking song. You had to fucking know the history. You had to know everything, all this hip shoot shit that you had to fucking know. So that way, when someone would be ever in there, then you'd fucking say, "Oh, Rock of the Marne." So
I wonder if normal units in Korea like study the history of AIDS on that like similar fucking. Thought process.
Or that what is that? The black gonorrhea, black syphilis that they have that you can't even fucking come back. Supposedly you can't come back if you
I think it's a fucking myth, man.
We've all heard the Korea black STD story.
That's why I don't want to go to Korea.
Vietnam is where like but I think it was like communists were trying to use fucking STDs as a biological weapon. If they weren't, they probably should have been.
Well, I mean, there's been cases where women have been used as subversive plants for different missions and shit. If you hear the stories in Colombia, they're always
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yes, I went there.
It's like 7th group and chill.
Exactly.
These motherfuckers. It's like
they go
all the extra family.
Yeah, exactly. They're stationed in Colombia, but TDY at freaking Herbert Field.
Yeah, dude, no shit.
So
but the STD thing, man, is so we had this instructor, right? Like this old fucking crusty dude. And he was a little strange, to say the least. But he gave us a class. He said that there's really no such thing as an STD you just fucking can't be a lazy fuck, and you got to wash your dick after you have sex, like right afterwards, and you'll never catch anything. And this dude did the whole first group tour, right? Like the whole Far East up and down. Said he's never worn a condom in his life. And he's like, you know, a first group guys. It's he's gone out and banged fucking all those fucking jungle monkeys and shit. And so I'm pretty sure that he's been exposed to the fucking, like, if it's out there, he's been exposed to the black syphilis or whatever. And yeah, the dude's like, never wore a condom in my life. That's a myth made by condom companies. We're just like, what the fuck, man?
What?
And it's like, dude, and now, like, he's retired, right? And he's like this old fucking dude who's like reminds me of Mr. Rogers. And this is like the only time that he's like mentioned anything about his past. But from what we know, like, of his current life, he's like a fucking Bible school fucking teacher, like for kids. Like, what is it called where the kids like go to fucking little Sunday school? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He fucking teaches Sunday school, right?
Jesus
He's
Christ.
like, yeah, you don't need condoms. We're just like, what the fuck, dude?
Just what the fuck is he talking? Oh my god. No, I asked about that because you know I had a platoon sergeant when I was stationed at Hood, and he was talking about, you know, yeah, you can go out and go hang out in the Ville. I'm thinking, wow, that Korea sounds like fun, but don't get that black gonorrhea. I'm thinking, black gonorrhea, what the fuck is that? You know, oh, it's
gonorrhea from I don't fuck black chicks anyway.
No,
So
what
good.
the fuck ever, dude?
But no,
no, it's supposedly
But-
called black gonorrhea, and you can't cure it. It's like you had.
Hold on, I have to add something real quick before I forget. The wash your dick with soap. You have to use cold water. If anybody, I feel guilty if I didn't add that in case somebody like decided to be a dumbass and take my word for this and try it themselves.
You mean like a Tide Pod?
Yeah, I thought it was hot water and Tide Pods.
No, dude. You need to use cold water and soap because warm water will open up your pores more than the black gonorrhea did.
Oh, somebody saw it was funny too.
That's like a name. That's like somebody's name. That's like a black chick's name. Black gonorrhea. It's like a black stripper's name. You know what I mean?
Oh my god! But there's
And welcome to stage 3, black gonorrhea.
Yeah, but in like some fucking like non-American country where they use English words but they don't really know what the fucking meaning is, you know?
Yeah.
Like somewhere like Slovakia, like a fucking.
Now for super
Slovak
sexy
strip.
time on stage 2 is black gonorrhea.
Black gonorrhea, and if you'd like over here, then you could see Black Svetlana.
Throw rubles at black gonorrhea. Put hands together.
What's the matter, man? You all right?
We just fucking traversed the whole fucking globe there, man.
Yeah, we did, man. Went all ready to fight
Fucking
tonight.
Magic school bus.
Oh man. So, my biggest thing is that there was always that legend. So my platoon sergeant would say, yeah, you go to Korea, and then you get locked in fucking. You get this black gonorrhea, and they can't PCS you back to the States. They actually send you to an island full of Americans and Koreans that have the same disease, so you can go frolic and fuck each other.
Guantanamo.
Yeah, exactly. Gonorrhea.
You can go
mode.
bareback there all you want.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, really, fuck that. I don't want to fucking go to Korea. I mean, I like going out and chasing ass. I don't want to get fuck that, dude. Is that true?
I don't believe it. No, but you know what?
No,
I
it's a
will
bullshit
say?
because there's no
It's
fucking
bullshit.
island with a bunch of people with AIDS.
No,
having
but
fucking-
what does happen? Oh, I'm sorry, Doc. No, what does happen is this didn't happen the first 2 times I was stationed there, but the third time I was in 2009 when I got there, they no shit STD or tested us for STDs in processing. I don't know what happened to anybody
That's
that
good.
had them.
They should have fucking. They should do that everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to anybody that did have them, but like during in processing when we got to Korea, I was like, yep, they made us go pee in a cup, this, that, or whatever. I'm like, what are you testing me for? Oh, pregnancy, STDs, this, that, or whatever. I was just like, oh, okay.
It just goes. It's
You know,
just,
'cause,
it's
you
just
know,
updated in your medical records. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
and-
Koreans want to know how many AIDS traffickers they got in fucking
Right.
country.
Well, I know that you're not allowed to PCS overseas if you have AIDS. That much I know. But
what if you don't know? What if you don't know
Well-
you got AIDS either? It's like a
Oh,
mystery
no.
surprise for everyone.
Surprise!
no,
for
I
us,
guess not. But I did have to get an AIDS test, like 6 weeks prior to my going to Korea. That's part of the out
I don't
processing.
think I did, man.
And every
But-
3 times I've been there, I did have to get an AIDS test before I could get cleared to go to Korea.
But I was in
But-
a lockdown installation with all dudes. Maybe the army doesn't think that you could get AIDS from having butt sex with dudes.
I mean, but in the 80s it was called gay AIDS, so I'm pretty sure
yeah, but now
you
it's
can.
politically incorrect to blame the.
Oh shit, we're
gays
gonna get
for
kicked off Mixer because I said gay AIDS.
You said gay AIDS.
Sorry.
Is that really?
Dude,
We've come to that level of censure in our democratic fucking freedom of speech country.
Yeah, brother. I got banned. I got banned on Mixer because I said transgender and fags and all this other shit, and I got in trouble for saying that. And I was.
Don't
not,
they realize that
I'm not
we're
using.
saying
Well, now you're in trouble for saying it again.
No, I'm using that purely as an example,
a reference.
Yeah, as a reference because that's what happened, and I wasn't using it in
Quote.
and I was using quotes unquotes. I was quoting, and then the next thing you know, my Mixer account was gone. Was for 72 hours. I had to block it.
Ooh,
I was like, what the
like
fuck?
you can't start another one. So hard to make a fucking new email address.
No, that's not the point. The point being is that they got pissed off at us.
I get it.
For saying, whatever, and it's bullshit because Mixer. If you see what's what's being shown and streamed on Mixer, yeah, I don't want to fucking hear it.
You didn't use the APA citation method.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on that.
That's
get me fucking
sorry.
started.
I didn't. I forgot.
You're triggering me, man.
I just passed all of my English classes,
Oh,
so
fuck.
I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh.
MLA, APA, all that.
Oh my
that-
god,
fuck off.
APA, fucking whatever. Oh god, I fucking.
That was the worst part of school, man. Like, if you guys, those of you who have not enjoyed the pleasure of fucking, working for a useless piece of paper for no fucking reason. I mean, buy a printer instead is my suggestion. But, fucking that bibliography shit, dude. Holy fuck. Even though, like, nowadays you could just fucking throw that shit into a fucking app and it'll shit it out for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Citation.net.
Citation is fucking stupid. Like, I understand why they fucking have it like that, but here's my beef with it. Nowadays, like, what was the it's basically to fucking list your sources. It's the same shit that we're having. Like, my point is we're running into this problem now. Not problem, but you see it all the time where people are like quoting erroneously different shit on the fucking internet, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, how about we come up with a way to fucking cite that shit? Oh, we do. It's called fucking cut and paste the link, you fucking asshole. There's your fucking APA. Fuck APA. That's ancient technology. People are fucking retarded.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Sorry, Down syndrome kicked in like halfway through that fucking thought.
No, you're right though. You're right because some of it is you're just thinking, oh my god, really? I'm just trying to write this. You have to have correction this and have that, and so you're how do you reference the internet? APA knows how to do it. There is an APA. APA.
No, there is. No, there is. I know there is. I went to school recently. Like, I know there's a way to fucking cite shit from the internet.
Yeah.
but it's fucking retarded, is what I'm saying.
It is.
Because it's already a fucking, like, why develop a process that convolutes shit, makes it more fucking retarded than simply cutting and pasting a fucking link to it?
Yeah, exactly. Just
you know, like, that's my fucking source, dude.
Here's my here. I just sourced it just now. Here it is.
No, seriously,
Yeah,
I can tell you
literally,
why. Because I had an instructor that wrote an entire book on how to do it, so I could have to buy her book for my class.
Yeah.
It was required. Yeah, that's why.
That's how professors make their money.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah, dude. But if you can literally combine enough words to write a fucking book on that topic, when it's as simple as just post a fucking link, asshole, then I'm willing to bet that fucking, like, most of that book is just filler material where the professor masturbates him or herself with big fancy fuck words, and fucking, you know.
You know what you need to do, Doc? You need to write another book on APA, but like plagiarize most of the shit that's already been written, and the only thing you add in there is how to
citation at the end.
How to cite
that.
memes.
Exactly that. Ooh.
You can't cite memes, dude. That's a goddamn blasphemy right there.
Then come up with a way to do it and sell a shitload of books to new college students.
There's no way to do it. You can't do it. It's not a thing that you do.
Invent a way.
It's a matter of principle. You fucking put your watermark on it first, is how you do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Godzilla's on every meme now.
That's why we have watermarks.
Exactly.
And if you can't figure out a watermark, then you need to go back and keep jerking off to the Mona Lisa if you so concerned with your fucking plagiarisms and your fucking ancient technologies. There's no
I'm
such
just saying.
stupid- like,
I'm just
that
saying. I'm
shit-
giving you an idea. I'm just
No,
talking.
I get it, but people are fucking retarded. It's like, this is my fucking, what is it called? Intellectual property.
Oh my god, it drives me up the wall.
Well, if you shit out like one good idea in your lifetime, then you fucking, maybe you should have fucking hung on to that fucking shit for a little bit until you could hire somebody to fucking, you know, get you a, what are they called? Those fucking things.
Talking about get a trademark patent and
for
copyright.
it. Here's a patent for your shitty idea, sir. We understand you think probably you won't have any more of them.
This is an actual conversation that happened between the patent office, the U.S. Patent Office, and George Foreman. By the way.
Yeah, really. Oh,
Really?
man.
Oh,
Yeah, the George Foreman
pretty
grill.
much like anything from I've seen on TV. But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, it's the shit is here's the problem, man. Like, I understand like why people think that shit, and good ideas are fucking. I fucking am the good idea machine, but you can't just shit them out on cue. You just got to relax the brain to mouth filter usually, but still, it's not like a process where you turn on the light switch and it's a action reaction type of deal. So I understand how people that are in the business of selling creative shit to others, they are concerned that they need to somehow fucking keep people from stealing their shit. But I don't know, man. I think that if you worry about that kind of shit, it's
you have other life problems.
It's
to worry
like
about.
caustic, man. Like, you're gonna fucking stop being creative if you're worried. If you're such a fucking Jew and you're constantly just fucking negative with I gotta secure my shit, like running around like that's fucking. Then it's gonna reduce the quality of your shit. Let somebody with no creative fucking talent worry about that shit. You know what I mean? Don't let it fuck with your chi. The people, if you're creative, you're gonna function, and that's like what you're gonna do, regardless of whether someone steals your shit or not. And if the person steals your shit once, who cares? they're not going to be able to reproduce it, right?
Yeah, well, not to mention the fact, I hate guys that are like
going to be fucking. That's your fucking. The shit that you create is not the fucking. That's not the valuable commodity there. Your fucking brain that's creating this shit. That's the valuable commodity. And if you stop fucking, and you get galled with the fucking unfairness of the world or whatever the fuck led to this like Marxist type bullshit, then it's gonna eat you up, and you're not gonna be able to do the fucking. Yeah.
No,
you think the Bible was written in a day?
I was about to say you're gonna get butthurt. You're gonna get butthurt and stretch yourself out over something that someone took, and you, if anything else, you should be happy that someone got your meme idea or your creativity and spread it. You know what I mean? You were patient zero.
Yeah,
you were
the
the guy.
Watermark it, man.
Yeah,
like, and that's what that's the thing is, I watermarks. I straight up, dude. Like I'll get new memes that come in, and I'll fucking straight up throw our watermark on them. If there's not one already on there, like, sorry, dude. If you didn't put it on there, it's mine now. And I've posted some shit that was like really fucking hilarious. Like, I mean, not just because I always think my shit's hilarious, but I mean, other people thought so too. Statistically sound statement there. And I've forgotten to fucking throw watermarks on it, dude. And then, you know, some of our associates will be like, man, what the fuck? You didn't watermark it. I'm like, well, inshallah, shit happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I remember just throwing some memes out or something like that, and I don't give a fuck if it goes out, because I know deep down I'm that guy that walks away from that burning village going, you know what? I was the one that set it on fire, even though they think it's somebody else. If that makes any sense. I know I have.
Yeah, but serial killers always return to the scene.
I have in it while I'm walking away from it. I don't have to worry about returning from a scene when there's a burning village, because CNN will post it for me. I'll be like, yeah, see,
that's pretty good.
That's
actually a good call.
That's
the moral of the story is burn big.
Burn exactly. Exactly. Burn big. So the same thing. Meme big. Get big, son. You got to be big. And you know what? And if someone spreads your meme like an STD from Korea, you should be honored.
The Black Syphilis meme page.
Exactly. Black
like
syphilis.
Watermark it with like some fucking like chopsticks and a fucking no like a chopsticks and a caricature like a blatantly racist mongoloid face.
Oh,
and
like the old
have
Bugs
it say
Bunny.
like misohorny.com.
Like the old Bugs Bunny ones, where they were like exaggerated
yeah,
teeth
exactly.
and eyes.
That's exactly it, dude. Exactly.
He's so horny.
Damn, bro. Like, we're fucking on the same brainwaves right now.
And not to mention the fact that somebody will probably hit create the page right now, and we won't give a fuck because we got more to create. We got more to create.
Dude,
we bring you a party. We bring this to the
I'd be
party.
happy to fucking spout my good ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not the guy, like, I made one page.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's not bad.
Exactly.
But
it's doing good on its own. There's no need to, like I said, spread that shit like a Korean STD. I was just curious for real if there was really an island that you get hoarded off to.
No, man.
And you get
'Cause
fucking
then we would know about it.
No, well, I don't know.
In this day and age, we would know about it even if it did happen. But also, it would still be like either remnants of it, or it would be like instead of creating Guantanamo, that's where we would have fucking started Guantanamo.
Ooh, that's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe it's down in Jeju-do where they have like that whole island of museum. They have like that whole museum there that's all dedicated to sex and very phallic type statues. Maybe that's where it's at. I don't know. I didn't get to go to that part 'cause I had the kid with me.
It's like the home corporate offices of Hello Kitty.
Oh, God.
No, I've been to all the Hello Kitty cafes too.
You know that that's like fucking sex toys in Japan. Fucking Hello Kitty.
Oh.
And here it's like a line of fucking notebooks and goddamn school supplies that you buy for your fucking second grader. The Japanese are like fucking laughing about it. To them, that's like their own form of perversion.
Yeah, that's like exactly.
It's like, the Rule 34 thing. It's like, we're going to sell fucking porn. What is it called? Oh fuck, man. Porn branded. There we go. Brand. We're gonna sell fucking sex toy brand shit to little kids in America. It's gonna be fucking great.
Almost like your Pokemon.
Me so horny.
Yeah, it's almost like Pokemon. Pokemon, like on the South Park.
No, Chim Pokemon.
Chim
Remember
Pokemon.
that one.
Pichu. Aww. Yeah. But no, see, Al says there's no such island. There's no such island.
Yeah, I agree. We would have known about it.
I don't think so.
No, dude. I think it's much more likely that it was one of those fucking
urban legends to tell Joe to shut up.
Yeah, dude. Because how do you get fucking Joe? Like, it's done to scare them, and if they can't verify it, then it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That makes it even more like it'll build on itself.
If the island actually existed, the Army Times would have covered it on a slow news day.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and I'm also telling you, like, why create Guantanamo? What was the purpose of, like, why is it in where it is, etc. It's the same idea. Not the same idea, but it's like politically isolated, kind of, or politically removed, topographically, also. But it would have to be like the similar type of thing. You know what I mean?
Family members would have called the media a long time ago, and CNN would have done a story on it.
Yeah, dude.
Fox News would have done a story on it, and human rights violations and all that.
Because look at, like, for example, fucking the cat was out of the bag about the Marine Corps fucking red patch AIDS thing. People lost their fucking minds.
I know.
And that wasn't even real.
That wasn't. I know.
But you know what the funny thing was is that it was like timed. Some fucking Moriarty type really fucking timed the fuck out of the like delivery of that shit to the fucking internet plebs, because they edited the Wikipedia page to the Marine Corps. So there's like a quick background. Marine Corps landing crews, they have a red patch on their uniforms. And it's basically from back in the day, because Marines, they land on the fucking, like you watch Saving Private Ryan, they land on the fucking beaches, and you got to get off the fucking boat. And there's definitely an incentive to not wanting to fucking get off the boat, since you got fucking crowds gunning you down. And so they marked the landing crew of the actual boat with red patches, to identify them as, hey, these dudes are part of the fucking boat. They're supposed to be coming back, and not some dude that was, gangster and killed the boat crew guy, and he's driving his boat back because he doesn't want to fucking D-Day and chill. So,
well, technically, if you really want to be,
patch is there to identify the boat crews.
Correct.
And historically, that's what it's for.
Exactly.
They still have it.
Exactly.
Whether it's tradition or not, like, it might still be a good idea. You never know when it's like Starship Troopers type shit happens. Anyway, funny story is, somebody fucking changed the Wikipedia page on that fucking patch, right? And I said that the red patch, like, they completely fucking changed the page. Like, somebody had the text ready to go, like, formatted, and they fucking dropped it in long enough to get a fucking screenshot of it to use as a reference, quote unquote. And they changed it, and it said something about, like, the Marine Corps uses the red patch to identify service members that are HIV positive. And so then they started it with the memes, and everyone's like, no, it's fucking bullshit, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, no, dude, here's the Wikipedia source. And of course first they sent the link, but then eventually the link got, changed. Somebody fucking updated it. It was pretty quick. And but they were fucking clever, man. They thought ahead of time, and they saved the screenshots from it, so they started posting those as references. And that's good enough for fucking internet people, It's even better because they don't have to fucking click on the link. They can immediately look at the fucking screenshot and be like, yeah, it's legit. That there's Wikipedia right there. Mm-hmm.
So it's sourced. It's sourced. It's sourced.
Yeah, dude. So
it's sourced.
It's fucking funny. That shit happened like little while ago.
Yeah, I was about to say it was a few months back. But going back to the history portion of it, the Marines technically did not conduct their first amphibious landing until the Iwo Jima campaign. All units that were involved in the D-Day invasion and landing were all Army units.
And I knew I fucked that up as soon as I used that as an example. But I just kept going with it, because I mean, like,
it's okay. I get you.
Most people, the D-Day invasion, that's like the visual that you get of
exactly that.
You know,
You're right.
Amphibious landing. Like when I say amphibious landing, some people may be civilians or retarded.
Yeah, exactly.
And to them, providing a visual cue was my public service for the day.
Well, we'll appreciate your your comments about that. But yeah, there have been individuals that fucking said that, you got the fucking. I remember seeing that. It was and actually it was, I can't remember which website it was. It was some political, some fucking, whiny ass crybaby fucking site that said that the military, the DOD, needs to stop segregating people from showing people who has STDs or AIDS by making Marines who's next, and they were grabbing all that Wikipedia and duffel blog shit as their source. And I mean, technically there's a code in the in the military that says, like, on your records, that says this person has AIDS.
Pirates code.
It doesn't. I don't know if it's got skull and crossbones or fucking, the little black flag of Jolly Roger or something like that. But in the military system, if someone has a communicable diseases or has something that can still serve in the military, and they have HIV, then there is a specific code that's in their records, and that's it. And of course, obviously, you just can't go, all right, hey, welcome, this new sergeant so-and-so, he's got AIDS. So anyways, he's going to be put in the platoon sergeant position. He's going to be, you know what I mean? That's kind of like, I don't know why they don't. It's funny, because in the military, they want to allow everybody to come in and all this other stuff, but nobody wants to admit that there's individuals about, having the disease. Put those people on garrison assignments or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Could you imagine? Think about this: the majority of individuals who get
fucking Pentagon.
No, I'm saying, but think
right?
about,
think about that.
That's what I'm saying. Think about that. Exactly that. Think about not deploying.
Pentagon. How fucking AIDS riddled is the Pentagon?
But
maybe
fully functional
those
AIDS.
HIV medications fuck with their brains.
That's what I'm saying.
That could explain.
Explain a lot.
All the fucking retarded shit that happens in the DOD, man. Like, literally.
That's a good point.
I bet you, dude. I bet. Obviously, it's you can't fucking test it. It's HIPAA. But I bet you anything, dude. There's a fuck ton of AIDS fucking dudes in the fucking Pentagon. We got to tell that to Jay Reddy. That sounds like something to fucking throw up on.
I was about to say on the
conspiracy theories.
The conspiracy theory, man. That's a. Where are all of our? Because think about it. Everyone makes a big deal.
Where's the AIDS at?
Yeah.
No?
Everyone makes a big deal about how the military needs to be open to LGBT and openly transgender and openly gay and all this other stuff. Well, let's keep it going a step further. Everyone knows that fucking Magic Johnson's got fucking HIV and everyone lauds him, or Greg Louganis, and everyone's jumping up and down saying he's a hero and he's all this for standing up and blah, 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 right? Even though he endangered everybody when he had AIDS and he hit his head on a fucking diving board and fucking had a guy who was suturing him up as he was bleeding all over his hand, didn't disclose the fact that he had AIDS. However, why don't we do that? We have like an AIDS unit. Could you imagine? Now think about this. The majority of guys that are getting AIDS from hookers and shit like that are usually guys that are doing some pipe hitting shit. Like you just said, SF guys. Spy guys. People who go do stuff
but those dudes, they fucking, most of the medics, they went through that class with the fucking Sunday school teacher that tells them to wash their dick with cold water. So they don't have AIDS, man. All right? Like, desk jockeys are the ones that are fucking,
I'm just saying this. I'm willing to bet.
They don't have the fucking warrior ethos.
Correct.
After they have sex.
Correct.
And they're depleted to get up and wash their dick. Like, that's going fighting through to the Ranger objective.
Well, no, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
not to
though.
get off. It's to
No, but what I'm saying, but in the line of work that me and you have been involved in, we see some dirty shits, right? And so
that's what I'm saying.
So what's going to happen when we are involved and stuff like that? And there's that nasty ass individual that doesn't want to wash, and what happens? Then that one
they
guy
go to fucking,
they go to
S3 Air Ops.
Yeah, they go to what do they go to the AIDS wing in the Pentagon? So there's A,
Air.
B, C.
Air.
They go to the air. They go fucking. Yeah, exactly. Mikey says Tide Pods and hot water, bro.
Dude, there's a meme. Did you guys see the meme where it's like this dude's, the fucking pink insulation?
Yes, the cotton candy meme.
And it's like, yeah, dude, it's like these retards are drinking laundry detergent and they don't realize that the walls are made out of cotton candy.
Yeah, exactly. So, dude, I never seen this before. People fucking doing this Tide Pod stuff. I mean, to me, it looks like it just looks like one of those things that you drop in to clean up fucking your engine or something.
Yeah,
like that. You know what I mean? Or
no, it's laundry detergent.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're fucking retarded, dude. Like it's one of those things that it happened. I don't think it's like that fucking prevalent. It's just shocking and retarded, and it's not something that's like actively an epidemic. It was something that like, some fucking retarded part of like inbred Arkansas, was, happening at. But I don't know, man. Like, it's funny though, like the way that the meme world works, because they blow it out of proportion. And it makes you think that, holy fuck, dude, like, these kids are definitely retarded these days, eating fucking bats, like, laundry detergent.
Yeah, exactly.
But Marines have been drinking bleach for fucking years now.
They've been eating crayons and drinking bleach. Why isn't nobody stopping Marines? And they wear AIDS fucking tags on their uniforms.
I know, dude. All fucked up. That's why they can't even run their own branch. Like, that's why they're like...
that's why they have the Navy running it for them.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're part of the Department of the Navy because they're like... It's like, okay, it's like that, the retarded fucking uncle. Yeah. It's like, it's cool to have at parties, but you don't get your own branch, man. Or, yeah. Is it? Yeah, I use the right terms, I think. I think we have some sergeants major listening in, so I'm sure I would have gotten corrected by now by the fucking goddamn
by the 8-star major,
the fucking grammar Nazi,
the
motherfucker,
the 8-star major, or the you're talking about the 8-star major or the fucking the Tide Pod Sergeant Major, or is like my golf likes to say the Med Pro's first sergeant.
Jesus, dude.
The forking Med Pro's first sergeant.
Dude, I'm like, there's so many fucking words in one sentence. Just gave me a big fucking soft one. It's like trying to jerk off through like some really nasty fat fuck porn.
Oh.
And you're just like trying to muscle through it, but you can't. That's like what religion was invented for, to gain power from something greater than yourself. Yeah,
exactly. So, hey, check this out, guys. We gotta fucking close up.
Sorry,
already to the third hour.
We're already done with the third hour.
On and,
no, I was just telling Mike Golf in the beginning that, we're just shooting the shit, hanging out, and it just we're not even really intense in the show tonight, and it's fuck, dude. Time is fucking blowing. Exactly, Heath, narcissistic. Just time's fucking blowing by, man. It's one of those days. It's like one of those. I don't know. It's been a cool, easy, relaxing show. Doing the Marn shit. You know what I mean? So did you guys check out the Today Show?
The Rock.
Did you guys check out the taco truck today? Jonathan Davis, Esquire. Did you get some of his tidbits on there? Were you guys able to hear it?
Oh, I was there.
And what'd you think?
Well, no, absolutely. He is doing actually a great service because he does a lot of it, not exactly pro bono, but just like, hey, if I do this for you, and you get the back pay from it, he'll take his fee from there. He does do pro bono work, but hey, he is still trying to run a business and he can't do everything for free. So and he was very upfront about that. So.
No, I got you. No, I understand.
But he is still trying to, help everybody out. But
see, that's the thing.
He can't do it all for free.
Correct, and that's another thing too, because a lot of these guys don't realize is that we're going back to what I was saying about the vet card, when you're pulling the vet card for everything.
Exactly.
And then again, that also, yes, the guy was a vet and the guy is a vet, but doesn't mean that he's going to give you fucking free chicken. Because of your status as a vet, he'll help you a little bit more than what he will, and that's what I got out of it. He'll help you a little bit more, but not give you the whole fucking chicken, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So kind of like Conus battle drills. You're fucking grown. Yeah. You're an adult. You're a grown fucking man. You go fucking figure out yourself, because you like to say, "I'm a grown man. I need to figure it out." Blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? I hate this. Don't be fucking like Mike Goff says. Don't be fucking trying to use this as a goddamn method of welfare and shit. Go out and get it because you're fucking trained killers to do it. But that's what I want to make sure.
Right.
I got that message too, so I just want to make sure that most people.
Yes. Yeah, and I hope everybody did. Like he's there to help, but like, hey, he just went into private practice so he could do this.
Exactly. So he can also see from a veteran's point of view on how he can help you out. So. Exactly. So anyways, we got the guys coming on from Guardians of the Green Beret tomorrow. These are the guys that, like I said before when we were talking with Anthony on Monday, these are the guys that dime out motherfuckers that say they've earned the beret, which is awesome. It's about time. The SEALs got all that shit where they have people going through the SWCC, the special warfare combatant.
Hold on, what is this? This like stolen valor shit, or is it like anti-SFAB shit? No, kind of zoned out.
No, hang on. Well, let me give the explanation. The thing is that lately everyone's been seeing how SEALs have this one guy. There's a couple of guys in the SEAL community that go out and fucking hunt down motherfuckers who are perpetrating the fraud, saying that they're SEALs or SWCC. SWCC is a Navy term for Special Warfare Combatant Crewmen, which are guys that transport SEALs into combat. So there's the
boat guys,
the boat dudes, boat guys, dirty boat guys, and they. It's a tight community, so they really know, they really know each other, and there are so many people that claim that they're SEALs that actually outnumber the actual number of SEALs in history. So they're there to do that. Well, the Guardians of the Green Beret do the same thing for ARSOF. So if there's anybody that is dissing, saying that they're a Green Beret, and they're saying that they're whatever, then they do the same thing. They hunt, they scrub, they look through records, they do research, so that way guys that are posing, like the conversation we had before, Mike Golf, that guys that are saying that they are Purple Heart recipients get specific entitlements. Well, there's guys in the Green Beret community, in the ARSOF community, that are entitled to specific requirements, and they want to make sure that they are outed. So they make sure if someone says, because you got that guy that was, like I mentioned before, the guy on Fox News, said he was a Green Beret and all that stuff, but he's walking around ASUs with a black beret, wearing a bunch of SF shit, and he's not.
Dumbass. Or like the dude, what was that dude in the Las Vegas shooting where he's like, "I need your gun."
Oh yeah,
Dazarian.
Wasn't he like a SEAL dropout though?
He was a SEAL failure.
Oh,
never mind.
Yeah, he was a drop.
That's apples and oranges that I'm comparing now.
Yeah, he was a drop. So. The thing is that these guys do that for the Green Beret community, because there isn't. I've never seen anybody aside.
It's kind of hard though, man. Like that community, like a lot of the posers are from the old school generation, Like what I mean is that a lot of the posers, they're it's hard to verify some of that shit because it's like they claim to be in like Vietnam and SOG and all that shit like that, And then there's like the whole thing with it, and I'm certain that these dudes know what they're doing, because it's probably like some retired sergeant majors, and those are the dudes that understand the fucking like the history and the culture of the fucking regiment, and they know that like a fucking, if it was called a duck, but now it's like special forces, you know, back in the day, because there was like a lot of
You're right.
before
You're
the
right.
Green
There was
Beret shit happened.
Correct. Everything
There's
was
a lot of
correct.
different organizations that would have
Correct.
fallen under that.
Correct, because back in the day there was no tab. Back in the day, you could have been from the transportation corps and been a Green Beret without no tab. You're right.
Yeah, and so
You're
those dudes, like that's what I'm saying, is that you can't bullshit those dudes.
Yeah, but it's
And I'm
hard.
sure that they're.
But it's hard to. You know, you're talking about like Billy Waugh and all those guys. Those guys were.
I don't think Billy's like running that shit though.
No.
Billy's more of
no,
like
he's not. He's not.
He's gonna be in a hide side somewhere, fucking.
Yeah,
you know,
in
spotting somebody's fucking.
In his
shit for him
he's
right
like
now.
he's like one of the oldest Halo operators ever. Jumping in.
He's like what, in his 90s, 80s?
No, yeah, he's pushing in his 80s. He haloed into combat.
Dude, that dude's
in the
still
war,
like to this
in the
to
war
this day, he's
on the
still
war.
running ops.
Yeah, and so I'm saying in the war on terror. So like after 9/11, the dude's like in his 60s and 70s, haloing in and doing shit. So he was in SF before it became SF, back when it was in the OS. You know what I mean? He was, like you said, it was MAC-V. It was MAC-V SOG. These were the guys that were the original. So you're right. It's hard to kind of, but back in the day, they had the records are still good. You know what I mean? These guys, I think, are going after more of the young punks that are walking around the fucking bars.
And those are easy to fucking track down, because
Yeah.
there's a serial number to every fucking dude that's, I think in the last, like, probably more than 10 years, but...
since the late 90s. Since the late 90s, man.
Yeah, I know that, you know, during my time that I went through, it was, everyone's serial numbered. Like, you have an actual fucking sequence, like
yes,
it's a regiment internal.
Everybody who is involved with
number.
Everybody who's involved in that type of training has a database. Is in a database. Now, so we'll let them talk about it. They're going to be on tomorrow, so you might want to tune in, man.
Sweet, dude.
So they're going to be.
I'll try to make it.
Yeah, they're going to come on tomorrow, and their job is, and they're dedicated. Like I said, they're dedicated to exposing special forces posers, and I'm pretty sure.
What's the organization's called?
Guardians of the Green Beret.
Okay.
Yeah. If you guys could, matter of fact, see if one of you guys can drop that in the ops chat for radio, so that way Doc can get it. That way he can check it out. And then Saturday, John.
I'm already familiar with it, dude.
Oh, okay. All right. So Saturday on Saturday Night Savagery, John Peck's going to come on. He's the dude that's got the quadruple amputee and the double arm transplant. So he's going to come back to see how he's doing, because the last time he was on the show, he just got him put on, and he was telling us about it. So now we're going to see what's up, and he's really upbeat about it. Really upbeat. So don't think that he's, most of the jokes that we are repeating are mostly some of his jokes. Anyway, so don't get the ass when he comes on and is like, oh shit, he's looking, blah blah blah. So, but anyways, so he's gonna be on Saturday with Saturday Night Savagery. Looking forward to that. Man, Jay Ready's starting to get some guests now. So Todd Thompson, Steve Rubin from the Waves Project. The Waves is basically the Wounded American Veterans Experience Scuba, providing wounded American veterans and their families. So a lot of the stuff is focused on the individual veteran, but this is their families, and so they come in and help combat wounded American veterans, participate in challenging and exciting sport to design to facilitate the rehabilitation process of their injuries, as well as rehabilitating the whole family. Encourages the family to get involved so that way they can be part of the process and assisting. I like that. Because, dealing with my exes and shit, they don't know what I've been through, so then I go do my own stuff, then I come back and I'm like, oh, how was it? Oh, it was great. That's it. Silence.
It's like let's go swimming underwater.
Yeah, exactly. Here, honey, I want you to hold a cinder block.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It's okay. It's okay. It balances out the fucking snorkel.
You'll be okay. I'm just kidding. That's just my experience. I'm just saying. But yeah, I can't wait for those guys to come on there. So it's most like I said, most organizations serve the veteran only. The Waves Project encourages involvement throughout the entire family. And then next Thursday, God, we don't have a guest for Monday. Okay. So then the next guest after that won't be until Thursday, where we're going to have Dan Corporale or Corporale. How do you pronounce his name? Front desk, how do you pronounce his name? Corporale or?
I just read it as well, and he's Dan.
Oh, he's Dan. Gotcha.
He's Dan.
He's just Dan from Hire Our Heroes. Okay. So he's the founder. Dan is a Marine Corps veteran, is the founder of Hire Our Heroes, which is a fully service staffing and recruiting solutions firm exclusively for veterans. Hiring Our Heroes is a non-profit organization founded by veterans for veterans. Ooh, make sure they get Valorified. They partner with world-class organizations and help. I like saying that now. Valorify them. Valorified. They offer veterans a cost-free, best-in-class transition experience and will secure opportunities for employment so our veteran population can cultivate their talents, traits, and aptitudes. And then next Friday, oh man, guys, it's like a big jump. Next Friday is going to be Youper Chick. Youper Chick. So Youper, what is a Youper? Did anybody tell me what a Youper is?
It's somebody from Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
There you go. That's what I'm thinking too. So Youper Chick is an Army veteran and photographer who will be on to talk about what she does for military women and military entrepreneurs as an e-mentor. So she e-mentors in several areas: careers, family life, and mental health. So, yep. So like we said a few weeks back, 2018 is going to get busier and busier. We got a show every night, 20 to 2300. We got Taco Truck running Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 1400. We have a training holiday every Wednesday.
You just made me smile.
I was about to say I was waiting for some for good boy tap on the head, like good boy, you're such a good boy. Okay.
Good. Pats on the back.
Pats on the back. So and we'll have our training holiday Wednesday. However, we also have on some of the off nights that you don't hear a show or see a show, you might see something get shared onto our radio Facebook page at WTF Nation Gaming. So if you nerds want to, actually I'm a nerd too. If you gamers want to go on there and hit them sticks and want to challenge to somebody and play around and dick around, jump on WTF Nation Gaming, and then or sometimes you'll see them shared too on Wednesday. So you'll see them broadcasting on our radio page. You'll see them rocking and rolling. So WTF Nation Gaming will be on Wednesdays. So sometimes you'll see it, or you might see some streaming from some Xbox. So it's gaming with a family. So it's pretty awesome.
I will warn you right now, I like explodey things in GTA 5.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. You might see us, playing, dicking around on fucking GTA. The latest one right now is close quarters combat with Rainbow Six Siege. And then WTF Nation Gaming is also playing on there. So hey, again, thank you all for coming on. Damn, like I said, this time fucking flew.
I know.
I didn't really fucking think about, okay, cool, whatever. So I guess I'll see you guys. Y'all have a good weekend, and then I'll see you on Monday. You guys got anything for me?
Shots?
Yeah, well, damn, I know. Shots, man. So, all right. Y'all have a good night, and see you. Shots.
See you.
Is that actually a picture of the Antichrist crying? I like it. It's tasty.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
I see you. Get money, boy. Get your money, shot in the motherfucking house. Get paid, get money.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.